Manchester, here's Peter White.
All I hear is some tasty waves, cool buzz, I'm fine.
All right, here we go. It is Tuesday morning, Manchester. A very good morning to you on this beautiful, beautiful spring morning. We have 48 degrees outside. The sun is shining. And here we go. On another great morning, we have Daryl Dye on here this morning. Good morning, Daryl.
Good morning, Peter.
How are you?
Excelente, primo.
Very good. And a very, very big, giant welcome back to one of my favorite people in the world, Miss Abigail White.
I'm back.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm excellent.
I think everybody's excited to that you're here today. It's been about 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Been 2 weeks since I've been here.
Okay.
One of the weeks we weren't here, but
That's right.
yeah,
We're on vacation.
yeah,
Okay. Okay, well, it is good to see you.
it's all right.
It's all right.
Yeah,
You're up early.
yeah.
How was everyone's day yesterday?
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah, you have a good day?
Not bad.
Yeah, all right, good.
Kind of laid back.
All right, you?
It was busy.
Busy day.
I fell asleep at like 8 o'clock.
No
I
kidding.
was drained,
Yeah.
exhausted.
Well, it happens.
Yeah.
You know. So, all right, we got to, I think we're just us today hanging out. There's no Easy G.
Well,
Wait, do we need a break?
now.
Did we need a break from him, you think?
nah.
No, I don't
No,
think
he
so.
brings a lot to the store.
Do you kind of miss him?
Nah.
Okay, me neither.
We love him, but we don't miss him.
All right, phone lines are going to be open all morning long, 250-6007, and you can give us a buzz, tell us what's on your mind as we navigate through this Tuesday morning. So, wow.
There are certain people, though, I don't know if I want to hear what's on their mind.
Okay, well, you got to give everybody a chance.
I'm not ready to talk about nakedness again.
Well, okay, we're going to try to stay away from the naked stuff today.
Yeah.
We'll try.
We'll try.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not always successful, but you can try.
I
Yeah.
know. How did we get on that naked thing yesterday?
You started it.
I know I started it, but I don't know.
It was great. I'm not sure how you started.
I was talking about my abs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Six pack.
I saw yesterday. He doesn't have any abs. I didn't see him naked, but
Well, I was changing a shirt.
he was changing his shirt yesterday, and I was
Did
like,
you see my house? Did you see my abs?
"You don't have abs."
Maybe it was just the light. I was looking at myself.
It's not even close.
It has to be a certain
No, if I
light.
put my arms up.
And you
Yeah.
tighten up the stomach muscles, you got abs.
Right,
And
exactly.
he takes a little bronzer and he contours them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Takes a Sharpie marker and
That's what has to
they can
happen.
do that, you know. Some people do that.
contour their abs. Yeah. It's a thing.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I bet they do that up at Chill Spa.
Yeah, probably.
Perhaps.
I got an alert from Ellen Philbrook
Yeah.
that why aren't you on Channel 97?
Because we're slacking.
No, not slacking.
I'm sure my grandmother is all worried about that too.
Really?
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, I'll get it up and running in a second.
Mm-hmm.
I got to press a few buttons here. So
Okay,
Okay.
we'll carry on. I love your hair, by the way.
Thank you, Daryl. Thank you. It's gotten mixed reviews.
Mixed reviews.
Yeah.
I like lighter.
Yeah.
It brings out your features better.
Thank you. It's not quite as light as I want it to be, but it's a process.
Okay, well, get
So-
it lighter, girl.
I will. Yeah.
Work on it.
Yeah. I'm going white. No.
That would be bad.
no, 'cause
Salt and pepper.
that's
That
actually
would be albino type.
That
you
is-
don't want to go there.
that is actually a thing, though. Some
Yeah.
people do make their hair like a whitish, an ash color kind of.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
People want that?
Oh yeah, yeah. You know who started it all? Kelly Osbourne,
There you
Ozzy
go.
Osbourne's daughter. She
Yeah.
was like one of the first just people to. You're like, why are you coloring your hair gray?
Yeah, and then she had like purple.
Right.
I remember
the
watching
purple.
her on the like Fashion Police show.
Is that what show she was
He
on?
used to watch that.
I never watched the Fashion
It
Police.
used to be on in our house.
How do you say I never watched the Fashion Police?
I'm pretty sure you did.
Well, if it was
With,
on, somebody was watching
with
it.
Joan Rivers.
Okay, maybe I watched it once or twice.
Once or twice a
And
day.
Joan Rivers is great, by the way. She was a
Oh.
great.
Wow.
I always forget that she died.
Yeah. All right, we have a call. Good morning. You're on the air.
Oh, hello, everybody.
Oh.
Hey, Easy G, what's going down?
Morning.
How'd you know who it
I thought
was?
I'd give you a good chuckle this morning. It looks like my Uncle Al's sweater is gone for good.
No way.
Oh, you're kidding.
You couldn't.
Yes, I went to work for it yesterday,
and they said it's nowhere to be found.
Oh my God!
Somebody
Somebody
must have
stole
tossed
it.
Somebody
it. Somebody
must-
tossed
Either
it.
that, it got thrown out in the trash, or somebody took it home.
Well,
Hey, my
listen,
fault though, right? Right, my fault. I left it behind at the chill event,
and now you're walking around without Uncle Al's sweater with egg on your face.
And he's walking around
and
naked.
I've had that sweater for it's pretty close to almost 20 years.
Wow.
Oh well, listen. Is there any way maybe we can start something to replace it? It's kind of a.
Well, I still have Brooklyn Mike's sweater, so that's my replacement.
That would be a good replacement. Yeah.
All right, that's great.
And I'm wearing this other sweater my father, the King of All Farts gave me.
The king of
But
all.
it's not the same, though, you know?
Right,
It was my
right.
favorite sweater, but guess what? It was my fault for leaving it behind.
I know. I'm going to try to
I can't
get you
blame
a.
anybody in the studio, and I can't blame, my father or King of All Farts. I can't blame my mother. I can only blame me.
Well, you can try
My
to
worst
blame
habit,
everybody
leaving
else.
stuff behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've learned to take responsibility.
I know it's awful, though. I really feel bad that I lost it.
Yeah.
Now you have
Just
an
another
emotional.
thing gone from the good old Holly days.
Right, the good old
I
Holly.
still have her father's bike, though, but I haven't been able to ride it lately because of my stupid 12 feet.
Is it any better today?
No, it's the same.
Oh, really?
Horrible, yeah.
Now, will you be working
Today,
today?
today might be a good day. I should be going into work at Creamland today, so if you folks wanted to make a road trip over to Creamland today, I think today would be the day.
Really? You might. Hey, you never know. Keep an eye out. You never know.
I will. So have a great show.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Easy.
Thanks, Ease. All right, Easy G, everybody. Wow.
Wow.
I would like to get him a replica of Uncle Al's sweater. You have one? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't know what that meant.
I have a plan. I have a plan. I
Okay.
have to check with a family member first, but I have a plan.
Okay.
It's a good plan.
All right. I trust it. I trust Daryl.
Yeah,
I trust this
do.
plan.
You have a plan.
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
It is going to be so nice outside today. I wish it wasn't going to rain later because I would go over to Creamland.
Is it going to be a heavy rain later?
It says like a 40% chance at 1 o'clock.
I heard thunderstorms as well.
Okay, that's fine.
But it's going to
'cause-
be 75 almost today.
Really?
Like a high
And
of 75. But it's not going to get. Okay. Well, what does that even mean? Because
This weather report is not working out.
it's not going to be
it
75.
never really does here on the show.
It's not going to be 75 until 5 p.m.
Well, what's the sense?
I know.
It's time for supper and bedtime.
You go to bed at 5 o'clock, Daryl?
You go to bed at 5?
No.
Okay.
5:30.
Close.
Oh, boy.
The days that I go on the show, I generally try to get to bed by 10.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I need some Z's.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Beauty sleep. Mm-hmm.
Got to have some
Yeah, we
Z's.
all need our beauty sleep.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
well, I can't
Some
get
more than
enough.
others.
I can't get enough. You know, I could sleep 24 hours. It wouldn't help.
Yeah, well, come on now. No,
Daryl,
you
you're a
didn't-
good-looking man.
Yeah, well, thanks for the man part.
Right, right. Everyone I know thinks you're such a good-looking man.
Well,
Yeah.
let's take it easy with that.
I know some ladies around town who's got a thing for the Daryl.
Oh, gee.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't even need to know that.
Right.
It sounds a
Doesn't
little
it make
frightening.
Does it
Yeah.
make you feel good though?
Oh, it makes me feel good, but scared.
Yeah.
Who are they?
All right. Channel
And what do they
97.
want?
Yeah, I just got a text from my grandmother.
Right. Really.
Yeah.
Channel 97 is up and running.
All right.
I apologize, and we'll say good morning to Debbie Lorendo in the Facebook live room. She says happy Tuesday to all.
Hi, Debbie.
And
Hey, Debbie.
Don T. Tibbetts gives us all a big howdy.
Oh, Donnie T.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, Derek Hodgman.
Yeehaw.
Derek Hodgman, good morning. Dave Rivard, good morning. Kevin Marchand, good morning to you.
Is it Marchand?
It's Marsha.
Marchand.
Okay, Marchand.
Not Marchand.
Well, I
a
don't know. I'm
CH,
reading
and
the
he's not
damn
French.
names.
No. He
I'm
is
read-
French.
I'm
Not
reading
really. I mean,
yeah, right.
9%.
Thank you. I do not live on the west side.
no.
Yeah, you did.
Okay,
And you're not able to go there because your passport's expired.
right. Ellen Philbrook, who is the savior for your Channel 97 broadcast this morning.
All right.
Angela Philbrook, good morning to you. And Zoe in there this morning. Good morning.
I'm more French and more Irish than you.
Yeah,
I'm a
thanks.
woman of the world.
Why do you have to rub that in my face?
I love it.
Because that
Oh,
kind of
I love it so much.
when we did this ancestry thing, she's more. I thought, why wouldn't I be more? I always thought
It's
I
got
was.
to be close, though, right?
No.
Well, because I spent so much time with my mom's parents, and they're the Irish. You know, my grandfather was
The Irish side.
right?
Okay. Okay.
And I don't know. I just always I just always assumed I was like him, and
naturally.
right, and I was Irish.
I would never guess you had any French in you.
Really?
I mean, zippity
Well,
doodah.
my great grandmother, his grandmother, her maiden name was Morin, so she
Okay,
was French.
That's French.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So you got itty bitty part. 9%?
a French Irishman.
he does, but I have
That's scary.
I have 20% French.
20%.
Yeah, because
Parlez-vous français?
oui,
Wow.
Really? I
Yeah.
love it. You've been
Uh,
to Paris, right?
I have been to Paris.
I had to cancel my trip this year.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh.
Pissed me off.
My great grandmother on my mom's dad's mom was French
Okay.
as well. So, and my grandpa is French. And then we're also Polish, and I found out I was Jewish.
Some Polish as well, Jewish as well.
I found out I was Jewish, and that's why I'm celebrating all the Jewish holidays now.
Right.
Knock yourself out.
And how much percent Jewish are you?
About as much as you are French, maybe a little less.
Really?
Yeah,
So as I recall, it's something 9, 10.
I'm like 8%.
8? Okay. That's what I thought
7
I
or 8%
remembered.
Jewish. Yeah, so
We're all going to I think we're all going to the party, the Schmooze and Booze party for all to benefit Temple Israel.
Are you going?
Yeah, we're all invited. You don't have to be Jewish to go.
I got the tickets.
You did already?
Yes.
I want to go to that. I don't know anything about it.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Those
just
are my
fi-
people.
I'm just finding out.
Yeah,
Oh, you're gonna love it. This is a great time.
I want to go.
I mean, there's dancing, there's drinking.
Is there gefilte fish?
Help the fish.
You know what? I don't know.
Isn't that stuff come in a jar?
Yeah,
I don't know, but I know
And what
that
the hell is it?
gefilte fish.
last year it was at the
Is it fish?
Manchester Country Club, and it
Okay.
was a
In
beautiful
Bedford?
setting. Yeah, it was a beautiful setting. Yeah, Manchester Country Club in
In
Bedford. Yes.
Geez, I haven't been there in a long
They
time.
want the Manchester name, but they don't want to be in Manchester.
No,
Right.
no. They can't call it the Bedford Country Club. It doesn't sound right.
Right.
And
then-
you know, it's probably close proximity to the line. I'm going to guess.
It's
Oh, yeah.
not.
Well,
Really?
no,
Well, maybe the
kind of.
maybe the green is, but where you put the clubhouse is far. Is in Bedford.
Is Bedford?
Yeah, it's right near Target.
I got it. A portion of the golf course is situated in Manchester.
It
That's
has
why
to
they
be.
got away
Right,
with it.
right.
That's how
Oh,
they got away with it.
Has to be.
Yeah, I used to shag balls. I used to caddy there when I was a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep.
It's all opened up now because before it used to just be kind of quaintly there on the side of the road, and that
Right.
whole
That's
area,
huge. It's
That whole
massive.
area has built up now.
Yeah.
So it's going to be at the new one, this new Schmooze and Booze. Though they're moving the event over to Noah's Event Center,
Right down the street.
just up the road.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep. So it should be a good
I
time.
want to go to that.
Yeah. When Ben and I were with the Bookery last week, actually the day of the taco tour,
Yeah.
we decided to get the tickets in. So we did it. I don't know how you do it online, but that's how we did
Yeah. Yeah, like this.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it.
Yeah. I think I deserve to schmooze and booze because I celebrated Passover this year, and I haven't gotten to talk about this yet, but that was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life.
Really, you did it the old
Old school.
I did the entire well, some
Now, is
people do
that-
7, some people do 8. I did 7.
Okay.
Is that when you have to shut the lights off?
Nope.
And okay.
No bread, no. I think you say it chametz, so no bread, no grains, no yeast.
So you don't fast.
So
you
no,
can't eat
you
something.
can't eat a lot of things.
Okay.
No bread, no beer, which was
Yeah.
challenging. But then, so I was gonna do the 8 days, but the weekend that Passover was ending, I was going to New York City to celebrate my cousin's 3rd birthday.
Well, there you go.
and
You
I was
can't-
like, we went to an Italian restaurant. I was like, I'm getting pasta.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, Passover's over.
but you did it though.
I did do it, and it was very challenging. I did celebrate my first Hanukkah last December.
Okay.
It was nice.
But this event is not necessarily a Jewish event, is it?
No, it's not
It's
a
not.
holiday.
No.
Yeah, no, it's not a holiday. It is. We're gonna have Nori Oberlander here, Manchester's famous landlady,
Okay.
here on the show. I think on the 15th.
Okay.
The day before.
Yes,
Okay.
that's coming right up. Is that next weekend?
Next week.
Oh boy.
Wow.
I think it's, as a matter of fact, Ben is going to have to cancel the show because it falls on the Thursday.
Oh boy.
So we're going to have
A Weekly Dion is taking a week off.
Well, Ben, I expressed to him it'd be a good idea to show up at this thing. I
Yeah.
think it'd be a fun event, and he can meet people and stuff, and we can also,
Oh, you guys know how good I am at schmoozing. You guys saw me at the
And you know how-
Granite Mike's
and
thing.
yeah.
I was all over the place.
Yeah, the Granite Mike's event was great. That was a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That
we
was
were
cool.
all there.
That was
I was
yeah.
like, "Have you
Very
met my
cool.
dad? Have you met my dad?"
Right.
Yeah, you gotta meet him.
Did you really say that?
Yeah. I was like, "Peter White, you gotta meet him. Come on, come over here."
No kidding. I didn't know you were doing that.
I'm a networking queen.
I was
man.
out in the parking lot with Rob Azavita.
we won't ask what was going on.
Oh no, we were just chatting.
Okay.
Nice little chat.
Chatting about nakedness.
No, we weren't chatting about nakedness, but
You can't talk about nakedness with another guy. It's got to be
No,
on the air and
that's-
just.
I think, and I remember when I used to work with Will Stewart. We used to work in an office together, and I would always tell Will, and be like, "Well, you need to be nicer to your male friends. You need to compliment them on their appearance more. It's not a scary thing. Women do it all the time." I was like, men need to be kinder to their friends, show more platonic love to their friends. So I remember one time he came into the office and he's like, "You're going to be so proud of me." And I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Some guy last night at Bike Manchester got a haircut." And I said, "Hey man, your haircut looks really nice. I like it."
And he didn't get smacked?
No. The guy was like, "Thank you. I appreciate that."
Well, that's the other side of that. You
Yeah.
compliment the guy's haircut, and he's going to smack you side the head.
absolutely.
Maybe.
We need to get rid
Maybe.
of that toxic behavior.
Oh, absolutely. I agree totally.
Yeah.
But the possibility exists
Yeah.
that guy's not going to handle it well.
Like when you come in tomorrow, my dad should say, "Hey, Daryl, you look sharp today. You're looking real good."
I usually do say stuff like
And
that.
I say thank you very much.
Yeah, he's not bad about that.
No,
He's pretty good.
great.
I'm not bad about that at all.
No.
I
Some guys are so weird about that.
Well, sometimes I think he lies as well. So, you know,
Oh, me?
Nah,
perhaps.
he's not a liar.
Well, stretching the truth, perhaps.
Well, I will tell you, speaking of Rob Azevedo, he will be here on the, let's see. Rob is coming in. Let's see.
Great information.
Yeah, it is. Thank you. Thank you. He's coming on the show May 23rd, the day before his new book drops around town. I'm going to dive into it today. It's called Notes from the Last Breath Farm, A Music Junkie's Quest to Be Heard.
I love the title.
Right, by Rob Azevedo. If you don't know Rob, he does a show here on WMNH in up north, I believe, on KXL. He has some time. Granite State of Mind.
He does it up there as well?
Yeah, he's got a good following with that and everything. He does a great job. He works hard, and
Talented guy.
I'm looking forward to diving into his book, Notes from the Last Breath Farm. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Speaking of being a music lover, I forgot to text you last night, Dad, but I wanted to show you. Facebook has a thing now, which I think is really cool, where you can feature like songs that you like on the top of your profile and people can click on them. Kind of like MySpace. But
Can they play the songs?
yeah, you can people can play the song. So you pick I think you can pick 5. I only picked 2 for now.
What is it now?
On your Facebook profile, and like when you go to someone's profile, and you know how you can see like
Oh yeah.
where they work and things like that.
Sure.
Now you can see a list of songs that they like, and you can hit play, and it'll play the song.
Unbelievable.
I
So
love
you
that.
can
that
kind of
technology is way over my head.
and you can kind of showcase a little bit more about who you are, not just where you work and where you're from, but
Right.
like
Right.
this
People
is the kind of
gotta
music
look
I
into
listen
you.
to. Yeah, yeah. And then you scroll on someone's profile, and you're like, "Oh, I didn't know they liked." For me, I'd be like, "Oh, I didn't know they liked Jason Mraz," and I'd message them and be like, "Hey, I love Jason Mraz too."
That
you know, it's
starts
like
a whole other conversation.
it's making connections between people on Facebook, which is cool because I think that sometimes it's hard to be friends with somebody on Facebook or online at all and make that leap into being real life friends. You know, somebody who
Absolutely.
or somebody you wanted to connect with, and maybe you used to be friends, used to be close. It's kind of hard to be like, "Hey, want to be my friend again?"
Yeah,
like
really.
you don't want to be like that, but
Especially after the conversation goes into, well, what happened to the relationship?
yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
you don't want to get that heavy.
No.
Really.
Absolutely.
Even like there's people that I used to be really close with that like I've messaged them in the past and been like, "Hey, I'm not saying I want to be close again, but like I want to know you're doing okay."
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
I was
And
like,
then there's those certain friends that, even though you may have in life may have gone your separate ways and into your own lives, that you have to actually call and check in with because after you don't talk, like, I don't see John Manning every day. He's one
Yeah.
of my best friends since we were kids.
Right.
But we always check in with each other.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, always. you know?
I saw my best friend in high school, Kelsey. I mean, I was at her house every single day. I practically lived there. You know, I was just as close with her family as I was with mine. And we had a sleepover a couple weeks, maybe 2 weeks ago. Like I slept over her house because she still lives with her parents, and they have like kind of a big house, and she was by herself out in the middle of Wyndham. So I was like, "I'll come stay with you, so you don't have to be
Nice.
alone." And we had this long talk, and we were like, we need to promise to check in with each other at least once a week. and just ask how things are going.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, because you lose touch with people. You get busy, people,
Sure.
people get in relationships, and that takes a lot of time. And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
yeah, but I think it's so important to make those promises and make that time to check in with the people in your life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good words this morning, young Abigail.
Yeah.
I want to remind everyone, coming up this weekend is the 3rd annual Giddy Up for Prostate Cancer, benefiting the Jeffrey S. Cantor Research Fund for prostate cancer, put on by Chill Cares. It's going to be at the Stark Brewing Company on May 11th, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. It's $20, 25. It's $20 before May 10th, and it is $25 at the door. You can get your tickets at chillcares.org. So take your health by the reins. You can enjoy the Jimmy LaHoo Band at the 3rd annual Giddy Up for Prostate Cancer. Just wanted
And
to get that out there, everybody.
For anybody who has forgotten, now is a good time to remember that this weekend is Mother's Day.
That's right.
Yes, it is.
All you mother
on
lovers
Sunday.
out there.
Mm-hmm. It is on Sunday, which is the 11th? Oh, the
12th.
12th. It is also my grandmother's birthday, and the day before is my stepdad's birthday. So
There's
it's
a lot
like
of stuff going
a
on.
lot of stuff going on this weekend.
Don't forget any of it.
Well, not luckily, but my mom and my stepdad are going to Vegas for his birthday, so
there you
they're
go.
not going to be around.
No, they're going to have fun.
Yeah, they're going to have a great time. My mom's going to see James Taylor, which
Viva
I'm so
Las
He's still performing?
Vegas.
yeah in Vegas.
Wow.
I'm so jealous.
He's got to be my age, probably older.
Oh, yeah.
James Taylor? Yeah. He's got to
Oh,
be
he's
in
up
the
there.
70s.
Yeah, he must be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still got a voice, though. He still
He
has
really
a voice.
does. Yeah. So my
Can sing.
mom's doing that in Vegas, which is going to be fun. I'm
Oh, that's
happy.
cool.
She's never been, or maybe I think she has with work, but she's never been like for funsies.
Right.
So they're going there, but
I've been I've actually been once and stayed right there, right in Vegas.
I've never been to anywhere that doesn't touch the East Coast.
Okay, really?
Really?
You haven't been out west.
No.
You haven't been way out west.
I haven't even been west of the East Coast.
The wild west.
The most west
Wild,
I've
Wild
been is
West.
probably like Orlando. Like I haven't, or
Not far.
Tampa on
Right.
the other side. Yeah.
Right.
Not very far.
I've been to Vegas once.
I'm hoping to go to California soon. My mom says she has to go to like a work thing there, and I'm like, can I come? Can I
Right.
tag along?
Absolutely. Yeah, tag along.
I've never
Sure.
been to California. I've been to Washington out west. I've only been to Washington State.
Mm-hmm. Also,
That's
my
it.
mom, her new boss and her company is headquartered in Salt Lake City, so she goes there with some frequency, and I'm like trying to get on there too and go.
All right, let's get through. We didn't do this yesterday. Let's get through some of these great holidays today.
We couldn't get to it because everyone was naked.
That's right. Glad we all have clothes on today.
I don't know.
But it is National Concert Day.
Oh, what's the best concert you ever went to?
Me?
Yeah.
The best concert. That's hard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead. The best, my favorite. Okay, I will tell you. I can do this. Was in 19. It was in 1992.
Wrong.
Yeah.
What?
It's his concert.
I know. I just want him to say when I took him
92.
to Ween.
Oh no, that was
No, I
That
know.
was right up there, but
I know.
that was a great time. But the
I'm just kidding.
actual great concert experience was with my friend Angelo and John Manning, and we had went down to see the Beastie Boys. It was WFNX's best radio poll, and on Lansdowne Street in Boston, all the places down there would have bands, and we went to the one at the Avalon where the Beastie Boys were headlining, and the Mighty Mighty Bosstones were before, and this was right before, if you're familiar, 1992's Beastie Boys Check Your Head. It was about a week before that came out.
Oh wow.
It was a small venue. It's the House of Blues now.
Yeah.
oh, okay, cool.
It's the House of Blues now,
Yeah.
but the ballroom is pretty much the same. And that's where it was amazing. It was right up close, right up front, really personal.
Oof.
Yeah.
And we had a blast. John Manning wasn't even old enough to be in that place.
But he got in.
Oh, he got in all right. He got in.
So is John younger than you?
Yeah.
John is younger than me, yes.
Okay.
3.5 years.
Okay, that will put him right at 20 probably when it happened, right?
And you were my age.
Oh, no, I
Right?
was about...
You were okay.
Yeah, I was 21
Right. And
at
he
that
was
time. So
18?
John was, 7. He might have still been in high school.
Well, he was hanging with you, so you got him in.
Well, he had a little, he had an ID back
Oh, he did,
then.
yeah.
But this is the thing. I remember the conversation too. If you're going to come to this concert with us, okay, and use that ID, and they don't accept it, you're going to have to wait for us because we're going to the damn concert.
We're going.
Yeah.
So we had that established already.
That's good.
Okay.
But it was that would be my best concert experience.
Cool.
Mine would obviously have to be when Jason Mraz sang to me and put my name in a song. I mean,
Well, that'll do it all day long.
Yeah.
Wow, that's big.
gave me his guitar pick, and
Yike.
that was amazing. That was great. It was a rough day for me too. My boyfriend at the time had broken up with me,
Oh,
and it was really hard. And
but this, kind of like,
yeah, and I mean, like now looking back, I was like, I was dumb but I just turned 18, and we made this stupid little sign in the hotel on a piece of printer paper with a pen that said 18th birthday. And I didn't even want to make it because I was in such a rotten mood that I was like,
yeah, breaking up is hard to do.
yeah.
Breaking up is
And it was my
hard to
birthday
do. trip.
So I was like, now you choose right now to do
Right.
that.
That was very mean.
It was mean. And my mom's like, no, just make the sign anyway. Probably nothing will happen, but make the sign anyway. Maybe he'll sit. So we got to the concert, and he's doing like his opening like monologue, just talking to the audience or whatever before the opener comes on. And he's like, hey, it's your birthday. And I was like, oh my
me?
gosh. I was like, mom, Jason Mraz is talking to me.
Right.
Because she was like on her phone. And
Shut
he was
up,
like,
Mom.
he's like, what's your name? Like, he's
Oh,
like,
so cool.
he's like, you're 18. The best part of your life's over. Congrats.
It's
and
over.
So then I was like, that was amazing. But that was like the greatest thing that had ever happened. He goes through half the show, intermission, comes back, plays one song, and then goes, hey, it's your birthday. We're gonna sing a song for you.
Wow.
What's your name? And he put my name in the song.
So cool.
Yeah, it was the coolest thing that's ever happened.
So
to me.
that's why you're pretty tight with this guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I mean, I've been to 9 Jason Mraz concerts.
Wow.
In the past 6 years.
I think that's fairly serious.
And who was with you on your first one? Who took you? Who drove you down to your first?
How did you
one?
get there?
Oh, I can't remember
Well, no,
that. It was my dad. Oh,
We actually hung out. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
we
That's
went.
cool.
Yeah. And then I made the best decision of my life was taking my mom to a Jason Mraz concert because to see him is to fall in love with seeing him. It's
What
just
kind of music?
it's positive but mellow. He doesn't have a style. It's
Oh, okay. So it's not heavy
Singer.
metal. it's
I would
no,
consider
mellow,
jazz, it's
acoustic,
acoustic.
acoustic,
Oh,
singer
okay.
songwriter.
Singer-songwriter.
That works all day long.
Right.
Sure.
but like
He's a young James Taylor.
he's not so young anymore, but
No, okay.
he just turned he's gonna be 41 in June.
Oh boy.
I wouldn't have guessed he was that old
Yeah,
based on how you've spoken of him.
yeah, I absolutely love the guy. I think he's amazing, and I've been to concerts with people who aren't my mom or like my friend Kelsey that I was just talking about. she went. I took my boyfriend once, and he did not want to go at all. He was so mad because I love this.
It's a
I
good
love this
show.
Right.
and
right.
he was like, "That was actually amazing." He's
It
like,
was amazing.
"You're drawn in. You're a part." But people have said like, "There's nothing else like it."
got a talent there.
Yeah.
It really was a good. The one that I went to with her.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
For me, it's like going to church.
Yeah.
it was awesome.
I'll tell you mine. I got one.
Okay, let's do it.
1975, I believe.
Yeah.
Palace Theater.
Mm-hmm.
The Dave Brubeck Band.
Really? That's
Actually,
right.
it was a quartet.
Okay, the Dave Brubeck Quartet right here at the Palace
Unbelievable.
Theater in Manchester.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I was in heaven.
Really? Still to this day, you remember the night.
Absolutely.
Did you make it a whole night?
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
dinner?
I may have been the first date I went on since splitting with my first wife.
Okay.
So I don't remember the young woman's name, but I remember she was a nurse.
Okay.
In case I needed any assistance
That's good.
in the late
Right.
evening hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So before we move on, I know we got to get to Carol, but before we get away from the days, I know we only got one in, but also I just want to remind everybody that it is National Small Business Week, so make sure to support your local small business.
And who has a small business?
Oh, I think I might.
Yes, you do.
That's
do.
great. That's great. For all the small business owners out there, that's great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We also want to say good morning to Tom Shaughnessy,
Tom.
listening in from Oklahoma this morning.
Tom the Bomb.
Tom the Bomb.
Love him.
All right. Gary Tibbetts
He's my
from...
best friend's son.
Okay. Gary Tibbetts also from Bradenton, Florida. Good morning, Gary.
All right, Gary.
All right, we've got Carol coming up. We're going to get to these days because there's some days here I definitely want to get to.
Oh, like childhood depression awareness?
No, I was going to skip that one. I was going to skip
We're
that
skipping
one.
that one.
Let's not give him away. All right. All right. We're
Okay.
gonna have let's do Manchester Ink Link. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Peter White. Call us at 250-6007. It's the morning show.
This is Manchester's WMNH 95.3 FM.
From ManchesterInkLink.com, here is Carol Robideau.
Oh yeah. Good morning.
Oh, yeah. Good morning. Good morning, Abigail. I
Hello.
was missing you. I didn't know where you went. Nope, I didn't want to ask.
I've
but
just
you
been
had
sleeping in, Carol.
Yes.
That's the spirit. Amen, sister.
Hi, Carol.
Oh, hey, Daryl. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm all right.
Hi,
wait.
Carol.
No. It's
That's
hey,
either
Carol.
Nick or Eric. I
Here,
don't know.
hey, Carol.
Right. I can't even do it.
It's hard to
No.
do. Hey, Carol.
Right.
How you doing this morning, Carol?
Okay.
Yeah?
All right. Yeah.
Everyone's feeling good?
Yeah. Feeling good. It's another beautiful sunny day so far. I don't know how it's going to end.
We're
but-
thinking it's going to rain later.
Oh, darn. Well, then, guess I'll go dance around in the sunshine before it's too late.
Which isn't cool. I don't know. It seems like we've been
Yeah.
having a lot of rain lately.
I'm over it.
It's okay as long as it's not snow, right?
Yeah.
We're over that
Yeah, I
Are we?
for
for sure. I
Yeah.
mean,
I just
I
need the
understand
sun.
it's possible, like scientifically possible, to still have snow here in New Hampshire in May, but I am really done with all of that. So
Oh, yeah. I don't think you're
careful.
going to see any more snow.
I hope not, but it's
You guys
maybe
are crazy.
frost. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
It is 48 degrees out right now. It's nice. It feels good.
Yeah, good.
All right. So what do we got, Carol? What's going on around town?
We got a few things. I want to point to the we have a nice story from Kathy Staub, who put a lot of research into a story on commuter rail, and that is something she's going to continue doing. Just going to do some, going to try taking it down Easter and writing about that, and just a series of stories because she believes it's an important topic to explore, and offered to do the research and the writing, which I thought was great. So she did a great job with that. So I want people to check that out. The Talker, of course, is the story about tonight's aldermen's meeting, featuring Joe Kelly Levasseur and Jen Beauparlant. This is an issue that arose in March on Facebook when Jan posted a photograph of a book that was pretty badly worn out, and just making a comment about, we should do better,
Right.
Manchester. What a shame that this is the book she's presented with as a tutor. She wasn't aware of these particular books because she doesn't teach middle school, and felt it was something that she wanted to share on Facebook. And I guess I didn't see this at the time because I don't see Joe Kelly Levasseur's posts, but apparently he then went back and forth with her and kind of took it pretty far. He reposted it on his own page and made some disparaging remarks. And then the next day, apparently, he went to Dr. Vargas, the superintendent of schools, and demanded that she be reprimanded or punished.
Really?
For posting this photograph on social media. And so
It's a photograph of a book, a dilapidated book that
So she was called into the principal's office for the first time in her career, which spans almost 35 years. And she was basically, yelled at, not yelled at, she's
Right.
basically disciplined for it. And she was asked, she didn't sign the paper. It was listed as a verbal warning, but she, the union was called in. It was a serious moment.
Right, but the thing is, it's only a picture of a book, and I understand why put the picture of the book up, because that's what these teachers have to use as tools.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's a dilapidated book. So what is the problem there? What is the beef with a picture like that?
Yeah, somebody.
Joe's taking pictures of homeless people on Elm Street. I mean, come on.
Well, his argument, he kind of, the funny thing is that he kind of, it seems he kind of countered his own argument by saying that, nobody's going to want to come to Manchester schools after they see a teacher posting a book like that.
Well, how about we get her a new book,
You could say the same thing. You could say the same thing about, who's going to want to come to Manchester when you see posts, from the alderman about the bathrooms, people in the bathrooms or people on the ground. I mean,
right.
It's just tit for tat, I guess. And I think on taking it to the next level.
Well, I mean, you know what I think? It makes it personal. You know what I mean?
Yes, because the disciplinary action actually mentions, possible FERPA violation, which FERPA is supposed to protect a student's privacy, but that's referring to the names on the inside of the book. Now, I think that's a stretch because anybody could look at that book and see the names of the students. If the school wanted to protect the identity of the students who'd had a book and make sure nobody ever knows that they had a book, then they would have to, whitewash that or put a label over it every year.
When I was in school, when we got a book, we would have to Sharpie over the previous name before we wrote our name in the book.
Yeah,
that's what we did.
That's on the district. That has nothing to do with the teacher
Yeah.
that it's in there. And I don't see how that's a violation of anybody's privacy, really.
Doesn't have their address.
When you're talking, there's no address. I don't think it's just a name.
I know.
And that's how it is here. And it's student records. Like if you read FERPA, a student record has to do with their grades, their personal student record as far as their performance and their educational record. Doesn't mean their name in a book as far as I interpret that. So to me, that's a stretch. But like you said, it's personal. And furthermore, I didn't know any of this, but when I saw this on the agenda and I reached out to Jan, I mean, they knew each other all the way since like they were young kids, like young, teenagers. Right. They grew up in the same class together. Sure. They've known each other for decades. Is that what you do? Like when you have a beef with somebody on
right.
Facebook,
absolutely,
who if he felt that strongly about it, he could have sat down with her and said, look, Jan, I realize you're upset. What can I do to help? I don't think you should have put that on Facebook, but if you're upset, then it must really be a problem. Let's talk it out or something. To go to her boss, basically he threatened her job, I think, is how it comes across.
Right.
When you go to somebody's boss and ask that somebody be disciplined for what they did, you're basically putting their job in jeopardy in a way, because you want them to be punished and you want that on their permanent record or whatever. That seems to me vindictive or something, and out of place in our city. I don't think that's really, but that doesn't matter what I think. The point of this is, and I've seen the conduct board come up before, I have a feeling that this isn't going to really go anywhere. But when I heard about it and I talked to the teacher about it, I just felt like it was newsworthy on some level for a teacher. It's kind of bold. Teachers don't like to speak up too much about anybody or anything. They like to stay in their lane. But I think after you've taught in the district for 30, 34, or 35 years, and probably you're contemplating the end of your career at some point.
Right. She's been teaching for years.
You probably figure at some point, you know what, I can't just sit quietly and let this happen. I have to speak up. So, so I gave her voice there, and I probably could have called Joe Kelly and asked him what he thought about the whole thing, but he wouldn't answer my call or take my email, because he's made it clear to me that I'm not supposed to reach out to him for any reason. So if he has something to say, he can say it. But I think he said it all in the Facebook post anyway. Right. So I wasn't trying to be unfair to him, but just for anybody listening, he's already let me know that I'm the fake news. So he wouldn't address it with me, probably.
Well,
just saying. But it was on the agenda. I didn't put it there. I'm not making this
Well,
stuff up.
speaking of teachers, Carol, it is actually National Teacher Day today.
Oh, I love teachers.
Teacher Appreciation Week.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
So
I have a lot of
Outstanding.
teachers-
here's to all you teachers out there this morning.
Yeah, I have a lot of teachers I feel have influenced me in a positive way.
Oh my God, me too.
I got a couple. My two kids.
Right, but I mean,
Oh yeah, good for you.
but even as growing up here, I went through the city schools here, in the 70s and 80s, and there are more teachers out there that I can think of than there are like maybe teachers I don't think were very good for me anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? There may have been one or two in my life, but all the teachers I've had have been great.
I mean, I will say that as a parent of 4 children, I've seen it all. I mean, my personal experiences aside, that sometimes I feel like there's some teachers who teach who probably shouldn't be teaching. I don't think they love children. I don't think
Absolutely.
think they got into
I
it
agree.
for the wrong reasons, and then they just kind of stuck it out until they could retire, and they don't really have a passion for it. To me, teaching is something it's like anything. It's like being an artist in a way, or being a musician. It's a calling. It's something that you want to do and you have to do.
Right.
You're driven to do it, and those teachers we need, because that's really encourages young minds to think independently, to do the work. The teachers can really bring out the best in a student.
Absolutely.
So I'm not giving all teachers a pass, but I'm saying to me, I've said it many times, it's probably the most important profession in some ways.
Yeah, I agree. I think one of my favorite
Carol, I didn't
teachers.
mean to cut you off, by the way.
Oh, that's okay. But I'm going to just interject here. I think journalism is right up there as well.
There you go.
Oh, shucks. Well, thanks a lot. I wish I had the time and the means to do more of what I'd like to do, but still, I know it's important. And
You're out there, Carrie. You're doing a hell of a job.
One of my favorite teachers was Miss Heath at Chandler School. I was my 5th grade
Mary Heath?
teacher. I was 10 years old. No, it was Joanne. I think Joanne Heath. She was great. She was a young teacher at the time. She's retired now, I believe. But what a great teacher. And this is, believe it or not, you've heard my stories recently about having my desk taken out of class and putting it out in the hallway because whatever I was doing wrong, talking probably,
It was very
Yeah.
bad. Very, very bad.
interrupting the class. I'm sure. But
Yeah.
Being a
class-
freaking clown.
Were you the class clown, Peter?
I don't know if I'd put it in a class clown, but I was always going for the joke.
Well, that's the
Where,
definition.
where I would rather make the class laugh, knowing that I was going to even get in trouble.
It's worth it.
But worth it for that laugh.
He's rather disruptive.
But
Yeah.
now Miss Heath, I did this in her class sometimes, and you know what? She would take my desk and put it out in the hallway, so everyone walking by could see the kid.
Peter's up to no good again.
That's right.
Did you take a little pride in being the kid in the hallway?
I didn't take pride. It was kind of, well, the thing is, it's a big hallway, so business goes on, school business goes on, so you can hear all the other classes teaching.
Oh, yeah.
You can hear, and everyone's walking by, and they know that I'm there for a reason.
You betcha.
Let's take this call. Good morning. You're on the air.
Hello, hey, we're gonna talk about some old teachers. I gotta talk about 2 teachers from Goffstown High School. Mr. Allen, I used to call this other teacher Mr. L, and they were some great teachers. So I wanted to honor them
All
real
right.
quick. And I don't think they're retired now because obviously that was back probably. And I don't know,
Many
Mr. Allen might still be teaching somewhere, but Mr. Allen is definitely retired. So I wanted to honor them too.
Maybe he's
great
hanging
teachers
out
from
with
the old Goffstown High School days.
Uncle Al.
What?
Maybe these teachers are hanging out with with Uncle Al.
I hope not.
That would make.
Then again, I
that
don't
make
know. I haven't seen
DEAD.
Mr. Allen in a long time. He's probably got to be around probably in his 60s by now.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
And then Mr. L is probably in his 50s. So
Really? Okay.
anyway, so kudos to those 2 great teachers.
All right, Eric. Well, listen.
Thanks, Eric.
Thank you so much. Eric, Easy G Gagnon this morning, straight over there at Gagnon Mountain with the king of all farts. All right, Carol.
Okay.
Is it bad?
Anyway.
Is it bad that Eric's dad is called that?
I don't know. Do you think it's bad?
No, I don't, because that's what he's called at home.
Okay,
All right, I'm just laying it on the line.
So we're just pushing the envelope a little bit.
it's fair.
Yeah, well, I think it's he's really over there. They don't use the actual F word. They use gas
Perhaps.
instead.
Hmm.
All right, I'm all done talking about that, Carol.
Yeah, yeah, it's okay. So so that's on the agenda. There's, it's a 300-page agenda, so you have to weed through it to get to the.
And that's tonight.
It's tonight, and we'll see if anything comes of it. We know that there, various members of the board have called for other various members of the board to be, go before the conduct board for various reasons. But I thought it was a little bit unusual for a citizen or a teacher to call for an alderman to be
Right.
questioned. And speaking with her, I met with her yesterday. I don't know that she anticipated this particular outcome.
Mm-hmm.
I guess she thought maybe she'd get a chance to speak on the record with, about it with him in a hearing type situation, but that doesn't happen. She doesn't get to speak about it tomorrow. So it's up to the board if they want to entertain anything on this. And the thing that I added to the story, because I had watched a school board meeting recently, I recalled seeing a big show and tell situation where a bunch of teachers came before the school board with holding giant photographs of tattered books, and Maxine Mosley, who's a teacher and also a union representative, passed out a bunch of these books to the school board, and said, this is the condition of the books that we have to give out to our students, and it's a shame. We need to address this.
See, I don't remember having that. When I was in school, I remember having up to date, even history books. Almost right up to date. They would come out every. I don't know. We didn't have that back then.
A lot of these books are 15 years old. They're social studies books or whatever, and so I think that the issue of depicting a tattered book, for a teacher to do that, I don't know if that's wrong or if that's just frustration, but the board did have a discussion about it. Jimmy LaHoo raised the point that at Southside they did a thing where they gathered all the books they could find in the school that weren't being used, and it filled like half a classroom. Wow. Making the point that there are books available. Why aren't they being used? Did the schools not put in for books when they were supposed to? They had a big expenditure on books a few years back. Why are these books still in circulation? And Dr. Vargas spoke at that meeting. I didn't put all this in the story because it really gets into a whole nother story, but Dr. Vargas made the point that it's up to the school district to have a system of auditing and inventorying what books they have available. I kind of recall as a student, there was a room in the school where all the supplies were: paper, glue, books. It was a resource room of sorts where, if you needed a new book, you could go to the room where the books were kept and get a book that you needed or something. And I think Dr. Vargas's point was the school has to figure out how to get this right. At that meeting, they had the conversation. Somebody suggested every school should have to do an audit of, are there boxes of books somewhere that are unopened that they don't know about? But that again isn't really on the teachers as much as I think it's on the administrative side to have a good system in place. And he mentioned that when the school has a plan for going forward and how to kind of get their ducks in a row, this should be part of that process, is looking at books or considering electronic books instead of physical books. Physical books are very expensive. They don't stay current that long. They don't last very well. And it's kind of archaic to think that a kid should have a backpack with 5 heavy books in it.
Right.
Probably it's possible to get the same information on a Chromebook or something, right? So
that makes sense.
The whole issue is just kind of strange all the way around, that it led to a disciplinary action for a long-standing teacher with a stellar record, no black marks on her record up until now, and that it was prompted by an alderman who, her point being, and I looked that up too in the city charter, it says that people who are on a board should act as a board and not independent of that board whenever, especially when it comes to interaction with other employees or officials, I guess. I mean, it's all of this stuff can be interpreted, and I think that's the job of the board to figure out how to interpret this, whether it was non-interference, a violation of the non-interference statute. Did he in some way interfere with her job, her right to freedom of speech or whatever? So I don't know. Maybe it'll come to nothing, but I thought it was noteworthy. So I wrote about it.
All right. Wow. That's a lot going on. That's a lot going on, So it'll all unfold tonight.
It's the drama. When you drill down a little bit, there's always drama behind the scenes, and I don't like to get into it too often. But right now, the teachers are waiting for a contract, so there's that level of drama that goes on all the time, and it's a question in general, the quality of our schools and
How long now have these teachers not have a contract?
Well, I can't even say. I'm going to say it's several years.
Right.
2, 3. I mean, Daryl, do you know?
I think 2.
2 years?
Yeah, and I think, honestly, the teachers have been extremely patient, and something has to be done immediately. And that's not happening. I just don't see it moving forward at all.
Right.
Which is disturbing to me. These people, I mean, my kids notwithstanding, these are people who devote their lives to teaching our children.
Right. Which is like one of the most important jobs out there.
I can't really think of many other that are more important.
Exactly.
It's our future. And we need to teach them.
So the last contract expired June 30th, 2018. According to Maura Philbrook.
And I don't know, was that based on a previous contract? Like, was it renegotiated, or was it? I don't even know. But anyway, yeah. So let's see what happens.
Right.
I think I did reach out to Sue Hannon yesterday, also just to get an update on contract negotiations, and she said that they are since the school board declared impasse. They've asked for fact finding, and I asked her what did that mean, and she said both sides present information to the fact finder and present the language that they would like to change and why and what the cost will be, and then the fact finder looks at facts from both sides and will respond to see where the disagreements are, and then the recommendation from the fact finder will either be accepted or rejected by both sides. So It could lead to some progress or not. I don't know. It's ongoing.
Yeah. Does this show kick off at 7 this evening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Public comment starts at 7. The meeting officially begins at 7:30.
Okay. I'm definitely going to tune in.
Yeah, you can tune in on channel 22.
I think so.
You can watch it live.
I would go there. I would go there in person.
Really?
Honestly, it's an emotional subject, and I'm not the guy that stands in front or sits in front of a group of people and gets, disturbingly emotional.
Right.
So I'm going to,
you know
just
what?
watch it.
Always like public comments, and usually you see most of the same people, but sometimes you'll see someone new, and that's one of my. It's just entertaining to me. I don't know.
Oh, it is.
The public
To be
comments.
sure. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Do you enjoy the public comments, Carol?
I do. I think they're interesting.
Yeah. You get 3 minutes.
Yeah, you get 3 minutes.
Sometimes people go over, though, and they have to say time.
You know what I would like to see? Because there's one thing about all of that bothers me a little bit. When people are speaking, and sometimes it's emotional or they're trying to get a lot into the 3 minutes. The clerk, whether it's at the Board of Aldermen or the Board of School Committee, the clerk starts interrupting, when it gets down to the last minute.
Right.
They say like 60 seconds, 30 seconds,
Right.
time. And I feel like, when you're in a debate setting, usually there's someone that, there's like a light system, like green light, yellow light, red light, so you kind of get a sense of how much time you have left, or there's a timekeeper. In some towns that I've covered, they have that light system on the table where the public is sitting to speak, so they can see clearly. When the yellow light comes on, they know that means they have probably like 1 minute to go or something. And when the red light comes on, they know their time has expired. But we also know that some people will go over their time, and there's no penalty. But I just think it's kind of interruptive to have somebody talk over you, to tell you how much time you have left while you're trying to make a point. So I don't know how much that would cost to get a little light bar.
They could just have a paddle too, like they do at BNI. Like they just have...
The clerk could hold up. Yeah, exactly. The clerk could hold up a paddle that shows the
that
time.
Sounds good.
I wish somebody would bring that up, because.
Well, let's do it. I mean, is that a big deal? Is that no? You know,
I don't know, but don't you think it's a little distracting?
Oh, I do.
Very distracting.
Yeah.
Because it'll throw, especially if someone has a lot to say, it throws you off your game too. You're like, okay.
Have you seen like where people who aren't accustomed to speaking, they're up there, kind of nervously trying to say what they want to say, and then when they hear time, they just stop. They're like, okay, I guess I got to stop now. Like they fold up their paper and they leave before they finish, because they feel like they can't speak beyond the 3 minutes, which technically you shouldn't take more than your 3 minutes if that's what's allotted. But I do think that most people don't go on and on. They just go a little bit over, right?
Right. I can imagine my emotions if I'm speaking and somebody tells you got a minute.
Right.
That would just about do it for me, That'd be just enough to shove me over the edge, and so
right.
that's why I don't do it.
You'd lose it.
I'd go after the guy who's spewing out. You got a minute.
Flip the table.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flip the table.
Go off. And I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy that loses it.
Well, I've seen people out there that they are very passionate about what they're there to say, and things have gotten heated before.
Right.
You know, but it's all done in
3 minutes.
3 minutes, exactly. Your time's up.
Get out of Dodge.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. But
30 seconds.
Yeah, it's like when the little girl starts yelling, "I have no more time," right?
Right. Exactly. See, I haven't been doing that though. I haven't been doing that. Did you miss that?
A little.
It's the voice. I mean, really.
I'm running out of time.
Oh.
Maybe we should have that. Maybe we should have her.
Oh, most definitely.
That's more fun. Have that sound bite.
Yeah.
Someone will be talking. Someone will be talking. Their time will be up.
I have no more time.
Maybe we could just have a student of the week stand there at a microphone, and that could be her job, her input at a meeting. Just to teach them how to be authoritarian, whatever.
Right.
Right.
We could let her just run the meeting.
Yeah, let her run the meeting.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Give the mayor a break.
So.
Did I tell you that I spent some time with Mayor Craig on Friday night?
No.
Oh,
I think you did.
I did. I think she
looked really great.
Oh, she looked fabulous.
I mean, everybody looked great.
Yeah, they did.
Really
Everybody.
I wasn't used to seeing her made up and have her hair did and all that.
Oh yeah, it was great. I didn't realize there's a picture of all of us, and she's in the center of it. And if you put me next to her, I look like an absolute giant.
You are a giant. You are.
No, but I look like an absolute giant over her.
Well, she's 5'2" and you're 6'4".
Well, I know, but it even looks worse in this picture, like I'm some sort of freak.
No.
No, it does.
You're just tall.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying what it looked like. Maybe it's
vis-a-vis a midget,
optical illusion or something. Anyway, all right, Carol. Well, that was a quick half hour.
It was.
And what will you be doing today?
What is today? Is it Tuesday?
It is Tuesday.
Yeah. It is Tuesday. Yeah, I don't know. I got so much to do every day. Every day is a new day, and there's always stuff like this story I didn't plan on writing, so that pushed other things back. But as you guys mentioned, there's a lot coming up this weekend, so I want to see if there's other things I should be promoting. Of course, Friday, we talked about it already, the Bear Bench dedication is going to be a bit of a celebration Does anybody know what's the weather for Friday? Is it going to be decent?
Well, you're asking the wrong people. We try to do some sort of weather report each day, and we really haven't gotten it down yet.
It's going to be cold and rainy.
Cold and rainy. That's that's terrible.
No, that's
It's
terrible.
still no,
Yeah.
guys. Here's how positive I am. It is only Tuesday. That can change by
Yes, it
Friday.
can. Yes.
Yeah, we know that.
It's not exact
it's
science.
True. It's true. But
That is
you know,
really cool, though. That's going to be a great thing down there.
yeah, this time of year it is likely to be rainy on any given day, though. It's rainy season. But anyway, so yeah, there's lots to celebrate in the city. We have our issues, of course. Like, don't we all have our issues in general? But there's a lot of good stuff happening, and I think that's always the thing to remember, that I can challenge you to move to any city, big or small, in the
There you
United
go.
States of America, and there's going to be something that's wrong or something that needs fixing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Manchester will always be home sweet home, for me
Yeah.
anyway.
I feel there's a lot of pride, though, in the city of Manchester that I don't know if it exists in the same way in other places. I think it's partly the rich history of the city and people like John Clayton who celebrate that history and remind us of that history. And
That's right.
people who know each other for years and years and know each other's families and
Right.
understand. That's really
The
a point of
greatest,
pride
the
we don't
greatest
see
small city in America.
Seems
Absolutely.
like it. Not being from here, I feel I can be objective and say that because I see it.
That's right. Okay. Well, listen, we'll do this again tomorrow, Carol.
Alrighty,
All right. Maybe I'll see you around today.
perhaps you will. I saw you yesterday.
I know. Thank you for the honk.
Yeah, no problem. Sorry.
Bye, Carol.
No extra charge. Bye, guys.
All right. Carol Robideau, Manchester Ink Link, where everything in Manchester connects. You can find out what's going on around town at manchesterinklink.com.
The morning show is sponsored by CGI Business Solutions, located at 171 Londonderry Turnpike in Hooksett. They serve all your big and small business needs: employee benefits planning, corporate design and business administration, investments and wealth management, customized business and insurance solutions. Their phone number is 866-841-4600. On the web at cgibusinesssolutions.com.
The new Johnny Bravo.
Hi from the Peter White Morning Show and all the All-Stars to help out there. Lenny, Scumpy, Abigail White, Laura the Animal Lady, Nick, Mr. Positive, Mike Martineau, Mike Doyle, Brooklyn Mike, The Moose, Glenn Ollett, the People's Mayor, Joe Lara, Daryl Dion, Peter Fleming, Christy Canner, Ryan Gorman, Don T. Tibbetts, Yahoo, Gary T. Tibbetts,
30
Paulie C., The
seconds.
Place to Be, Karen Robidoux, Manchester Inkling, John Manning, Ben Dion, Kyle Heavey, Matt Connerton, and Rob Abazito. We all have a lot of fun there. It's all fun. I hope you're listening.
You're listening to Peter White. Call us at 250-6007. It's the morning show.
WMNH 95.3 FM. Good morning, Manchester.
All right, good morning to you, Manchester. This is the morning show. We're coming at you live at 95.3 FM WMNH. It is Tuesday. Daryl, good morning.
Good morning.
Abigail White is here.
Hi.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hey.
You know, I got a question.
Go ahead, Daryl.
I just noticed.
Let her rip. I'm answering questions this morning.
I need to know if anybody has tried that new McDonald's egg white sandwich that they're offering, like a power breakfast.
I don't like eggs.
Here's the thing. I like
just
eggs.
egg whites.
I don't like eggs.
Okay.
Here's the thing
Well,
about
you
that.
definitely have not tried it.
Anything that just says egg whites, I'm out.
Okay.
Okay? I am out. I love eggs. I will take the yolk over the egg white anytime.
You just want egg yolk sandwich.
Yes.
Well, that works as well. But having been, recently delving into different types of foods products,
Really?
you can really do up an egg white omelet or sandwich, but it needs to be seasoned, and in most instances, pretty heavily. You know, peppers, onions, mushrooms, salt, pepper.
Right.
That way you can give flavor because the egg whites have no flavor. It's the yolk.
It just sounds too healthy, and I know it's important to eat healthy.
It does sound a little healthy.
It sounds,
and it is,
but it's just something like I'm not going to do. I'd rather get the give me a sausage, give me a sausage, egg, and cheese.
There you go
on a big old everything bagel.
Oh, from Bagel Cafe.
Oh, stop it, you guys!
Oh, so
and
good.
I'm gonna look into this sandwich because apparently it has some sort of meat product on it as well as some kind of cheese and a very thin type bread product. I think. I got to look into it before I actually buy it.
There is a new breakfast place. Derek Hodgman just reminded me, and he wants to know if anyone's tried the Friendly Toast.
Of course I have.
Open now in Bedford.
Not the one in Bedford.
Okay, well, the Friendly Toast is open in Bedford
My
now.
grandma and I are going to try to get there this week.
Yeah, breakfast all day.
Really?
Yeah, and it's a
now,
cool...
have you ever been to Friendly Toast?
No.
They started in Portsmouth.
Okay.
It's really cool. So the one in Portsmouth is the coolest one because it was the original one. They have all kinds of like old antique decorations, like from weird stuff you'd find at a thrift shop. Like it's just cool.
Very
it's a
hip.
bar. It's a bar and a diner. They have like diner food, but it's really good. And they have like some creative stuff, but also like your diner staples.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know.
You gotta have them.
They serve their mimosas in a pint glass.
Cut it out.
They
Yeah.
do, and they're delicious.
And so they've
And you get to walk out?
expanded. They've expanded so much.
Where is this place?
So it's in Bedford by Trader Joe's.
Oh, okay. I
It's
was
the
just
building right behind Trader Joe's that they built.
You can't miss it.
You can't miss it.
I don't know if I told you, Abby. I definitely tried that pizza. Did
I
I tell you
heard
about it?
I heard.
Okay, yeah.
Isn't
was
it out of this
delicious,
world?
Delicious.
Yeah.
My perception of the crust, though, it was everything was great, but it seemed like more of a cracker crust.
Really?
It's not a pizza crust.
No, definitely not.
No.
What is it, like one of those cauliflower crusts?
No.
But more crackery.
It's more like a.
It's made of egg whites.
Probably.
It's more like I would call it more like a chicken pot pie type of crust.
Really?
It's
I like that.
flaky. It's very flaky.
Oh, maybe I cooked mine too long because mine was more crunchy.
Oh, mine fell right apart. I think you might have cooked it a little too long.
Yeah. I needed to melt it up pretty good.
Really?
Yeah,
But
it was delicious.
The Gruyere and the caramelized onions and the ham.
I love.
Oh, you're making me hungry
Out of
now.
this world.
I started with this breakfast sandwich. Sorry, guys. We're all hungry now.
And the thing is about that pizza is like it could be like a breakfast side. It's like a breakfasty type of thing.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I ate it for lunch too.
And
but
we all
like,
love breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
You're not a big breakfast person, are you?
No. I
Well,
like
you
to go
don't
out
like
for.
eggs, so that's
I don't
big.
like eggs. Yeah,
That's big.
when I go to breakfast, everyone laughs at me. I get eggs Irish with no eggs.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Just
Or
the.
I get the eggs. I don't eat them.
So you get the hollandaise and the
Corned beef hash.
Corned beef hash. and
English
all that.
muffin, potatoes.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, no egg.
All
I
right.
don't like egg.
All right. Well, now, Daryl, you have a game, I believe.
Wait, we're
right?
it.
Well, go ahead. What?
You wanted to get back to the days.
Well, you know what? I was looking at the days.
Are you over it now?
I'm over it now. I was looking at the days, and there's nothing really too
Is there any
exciting.
good day there?
Well, there's National Roast Leg of Lamb Day, which is great because there's a lot of leftovers from Greek Easter, right?
Yeah.
Or is that was 2 weeks? No, where?
You probably shouldn't be eating them.
Yeah,
now.
by now. That's right. I'm
Probably
sorry,
not,
but you
I
can
love
still.
roast leg of lamb. You can't beat it.
Oh my
It's
God!
Cosmopolitan Day, which I'm not a big fan of.
That's a drink, right?
Yeah.
Right, National Cosmo Day. I've had some Cosmos.
What's that made out of?
It's vodka.
Oh, okay.
It's a vodka martini.
Yeah.
How were those martinis at the event?
Yeah, they were all right.
All right.
Yeah,
I had Carol let me have a sip.
They were
they were okay.
They were called the Seeds of Hope Martini.
Right. What was in it?
I don't know. I had 2 of them though. I had 2.
Pretty tasty.
Yeah, it was delicious.
Did you know that it is International Respect for Chickens Month?
Well, there you have it.
Respect for chickens.
I do not respect chickens.
Well, you might. Yeah, you actually do by not eating eggs.
I eat chicken though.
So they can't have the eggs.
No, they can't.
I'm so afraid of birds, but chickens are one of my bigger fears for the bird family.
Really?
I'm most afraid of like larger pet birds.
There
like,
are pet birds?
like
No,
cockatoos
Oh,
and
okay.
stuff.
I thought you were talking chickens.
Really?
No,
No pet chickens.
I'm more afraid of like big pet birds, but I
Yeah,
don't like
that
chickens
one.
either.
What about a rooster?
No, don't like those.
Okay, that makes sense.
It is National Bike Month.
Oh, okay.
Like
Yeah.
motorcycle or bicycle?
Bicycle.
I haven't ridden a bicycle in a while.
And you know what it is? It's also National Egg Month.
You can't have
It's
any
so
eggs.
redundant, though. It's like
It's hamburger month.
Oh,
Okay.
Bought some burger yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
You bought some burger.
Yes, I
some
did.
ground beef.
Some ground beef. I've got now 4.
85%?
I think probably in that range,
Okay.
maybe 90.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The extra
and,
dollar.
I've got 4 quarter-pounders frozen, ready to go.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
There's a lot of months this month.
Okay.
Just all kinds of foods. There's salad, salsa.
Oh.
I don't know if it's salsa the dance or salsa the food though, or maybe both.
Right.
Yeah. Anyone? Have you guys ever salsa dance?
I've never
I
salsa
think
danced.
I can.
I don't even know.
But I
Is that
haven't.
like is
I salsa dance.
Is salsa dancing like charo? You know who charo is?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, coochie coochie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The
Right?
thing is, the
Charo.
music gets you going. It's the music that, really
Is that
excites you.
is that salsa?
Oh, I'm moving.
music?
Oh,
We had to salsa at school.
really?
We had to do the international. We had like a culture fair, and we had to
No
salsa
kidding.
at it. Yeah.
Let's take a call. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning. How are you guys doing?
Hey, Mikey
Hey,
Martin.
Mikey.
Mikey.
How you doing?
Doing good. Just catching up on some sleep now that I'm done school and getting ready to head to Nationals on Saturday.
Oh, you're back on the road again.
Or not yet.
Okay. So you're done school for the summer?
Yep. I officially took my last final yesterday. We got our bid last night. We're going to be the 2 seed in the tournament. We leave on Saturday at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, and where you headed?
Back to DuBois, Pennsylvania.
Oh boy. So at least you guys know the way.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Mike. So you'll have to give us. We'll be off the air on Saturday. But now, when do you come back from that?
I won't be back until the following Saturday.
Oh, a whole week?
Oh, you're going to be gone an entire week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Well, yeah. Give us a call and give us a few updates.
I will do that.
Most
and
definitely.
I'll probably be in on Friday morning.
Okay. We are looking forward to seeing you, and you have a good day. And congratulations on finishing another year of school, Mikey.
Good job, Mike.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see
Talk
you.
to you guys later.
Okay, we'll see you Friday. You have a wonderful day. Mike Martineau, everybody. One of the busiest guys I know. Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. I got
Really?
a small report. The Monarchs are out of the playoffs.
All right. They're done.
They're done.
Okay.
They're cooked.
Monarchs are still playing?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
No, I mean like just there's still a team that exists.
They lost.
Right.
They lost. last
Hanging
night.
by a thread, I think.
Oh, the thread's broken.
Okay. The thread is broken.
Yeah, the
Well, they're up for sale also, I believe.
Are they?
I believe so. So they're saying that could have been one of your last Manchester Monarchs games, maybe.
Could be.
What do you mean?
Like, I think they're the
So
team.
we're not gonna have a hockey team anymore?
Well, I don't know. The team's up for sale, I think. I believe. I
think
could
they'll
be wrong.
kept here. So whoever buys it, if it is
Right.
in fact up for sale, they'll keep it here because honestly, this is a hockey town.
No, I hear
People
you.
love their hockey.
Also, the thing is,
Bruins
it's like
won.
they built this gorgeous arena,
Yeah.
and they don't get anybody good to come.
Yeah.
We've been talking about this for
My sister's coming on Saturday for Sunday.
to see what.
She's graduating from SNU.
Oh, okay. Well,
The
the graduation.
graduation.
I graduated there.
Did you?
Yeah.
She's getting her master's in cybersecurity.
I graduated in.
Well, I haven't graduated from SNU yet. I just graduated from Pinkerton.
My graduation was in the John F. Kennedy Coliseum.
Oh, that's when they were doing it?
Yeah, because while it rained, we had thunderstorms. It was a very hot, warm night where thunderstorms were predicted. We had. This is 1988. I remember.
Was it typically outdoors?
Yeah, it was at Gill back then. All the graduations were at Gill Stadium.
Yeah,
and that's where we practiced, and you have graduation rehearsal.
Yeah,
and we did that. But that night, storms were forecast because it was a hot, humid night, and we ended up being inside the JFK Coliseum where it was very hot.
I bet it was hot
and very crowded.
Oh yeah, they jammed everybody in.
Yeah,
That's right.
The thing is about this place is like you have all these acts, these smaller. I'm not talking about like Lady Gaga or Ariana Grande or whatever who are going to play
Right.
TD Garden, but these like smaller but still popular acts who are playing in Guilford. They're playing in Mansfield. What the heck? Why aren't they coming here?
Absolutely.
It makes no sense.
And they kind of closed down for the summer.
Yeah, which is a real bummer.
But here's the
There
thing.
hasn't been a good concert there
Here's-
that I've wanted to see in ever.
It's
really.
believe it or not, though, it's on the list of one of the top stadiums of that size.
Yeah.
It's on the list of so the
Well,
numbers.
how come we can't get?
So
the
it
people?
looks good on paper because
I don't think they're making the effort to put in the bids for the good people.
And I think
they're not even
maybe
trying.
they're low bidding it.
maybe.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
know,
it's all.
try to
I mean,
steal the acts.
it's primarily the bigger acts to come in are usually the country western acts,
big time.
right?
Which is annoying because there's a lot of people who don't want to drive to Mansfield to see Jason Mraz or whatever. I mean, Jason plays smaller things now. He likes more intimate
Right.
settings.
I also like to see a show like that, a little more intimate setting of a
I
show.
do too, but there are acts that that are playing larger tours or they're collaborating with other artists where it's a bigger show.
Right.
And you know,
the SNU Arena is that's 10,000 seat venue, right? About pretty close.
A little bit more maybe.
I have
for concerts, I think more.
Yeah.
I have a fun fact about my graduation. Stefan Philbrook in the Facebook Live room, he says, Pete, I went commando under my graduation gown.
Cut it out.
Dude, those things are see-through.
Well, we had green ones, so maybe it
I don't
wasn't
think they're
too
see-through.
see-through.
Right? I don't think they're see-through.
Well, they've gotten worse quality. I can tell you.
He was naked underneath his graduation gown?
Yike.
Because mine was white, but even the red ones were completely see-through.
Well, at that juncture, you don't go under there naked.
No.
Really?
No. I mean,
It
they
takes a lot
were
of guts to do that.
they were very crappy. Like the ones that I got
Really?
were nothing.
Like throwaways.
Pretty much. I mean, they did reuse them. They probably should have thrown them away.
Right.
Becky Boyce Murby says that 1988 graduation was outside. I'm pretty sure. I'm 100% positive it was inside because we were at the end because I'm in the W's and we were so hot. We waited in Beach Street School to walk in the procession into the Coliseum. And I remember because you're with your homeroom because all and there was an ice cream cooler in the hallway at Beach Street School, and we got into it.
Yeah, I'll bet.
And we all had ice cream. We were the last, one of the last to come out during the procession, and we had some ice cream.
Was it authorized?
I'm not going to tell you if it was authorized or not. It probably was
I'm
not.
going to guess
it was not. I would say it wasn't, but what is my?
Well, you got cooler.
Right. I mean, I didn't break the lock. I didn't,
Yeah.
I did
so
have,
a lock had to be broken to access it.
right.
Okay.
Ah.
Right. But if you're a W out
What's
there,
the statute of limitations on that?
Oh, it's really run out big time.
well, yeah, because hey, it's not like eating a fish out of someone's tank.
I know.
No.
No. But I'm going to tell you, like Robbie Young, Doug Winters, they have to remember eating ice cream on graduation, waiting in that hallway on that hot, steamy night.
I think we need to find out who accessed the cooler.
Yeah.
Well, it had to be
Where
someone.
the ice cream was.
It had to be someone.
I bet it was
with the
this
last
one.
name. I would say starting with a T or down.
Okay.
So
That narrows it down.
right, it was. I'm going to tell you, it wasn't Tom Villamure.
Okay.
He was always he wouldn't do that.
No.
You know what I mean?
I was mad that we had graduation at SNU Arena, and they had been doing it for a while, but they used to graduate on the lawn in front of the Pinkerton building at Pinkerton.
That's a nice setting.
Gorgeous. And, the school's 200 years old, and, it's kind of just nice
Why
to be
wouldn't they have it
on
out
campus.
there?
The class is too big.
Really?
They had graduated with 950 kids.
Even though,
900 graduating?
Yeah.
well, even though the Manchester schools,
I didn't know the people who were sitting next to me at graduation. Never seen them in my life.
Wow.
and I'm telling you, the Manchester schools also graduate at the arena.
Right.
Yeah.
So
My graduating class, 81.
Wow.
really,
Disturbingly small.
Wow.
St. Anthony, really small.
81. I thought you were putting a year on it. I'm like, that's not that doesn't add up.
No.
That's not
no.
adding
He stayed
up.
back a couple times.
Right.
Several.
Doesn't add
For
up.
horrible behavior.
He's so
constantly.
smart. He was in high school for 20 years.
Right. He's the oldest senior in the history of the town.
No.
All right. You had brought in a little game today.
Actually, I didn't bring it in.
Oh, okay.
I just spoke of it.
Oh, okay. It's not happening today.
No.
Okay.
Because in order for it to be successful, the room has to be, several more people.
Okay.
So when we know that we're having three guests at least, maybe four.
All right, that makes sense.
I think it'll be a lot more fun then because it's typically an in-studio game. I mean, people on the radio can play,
right,
but they're more likely to, dare I use the word, cheat
Right, you can look things up.
Absolutely.
Or they have-
You can Google the
or
answers
you have
all day long.
Spotify or
Exactly.
whatever.
But the folks in the studio can't.
I'm not Spotify. What's the one? What am I talking about, Abby? You know, you press the button and it tells you what song it is.
Shazam.
Shazam.
Shazam. Yeah, we don't want any of that.
Shazam.
And we know the folks are going to do it, you know.
It happens. You ever watch like any of? They do it on TV sometimes if they have a call in.
Yeah.
Like on Kelly and Ryan.
No, I don't typically watch that show.
Ben, your son Ben sent me a picture. I think he got a haircut or he shaved something. He did something, and he goes, "Daryl," and he took a picture of because he looks like you're very similar looking.
I think when he has just the stash, that's where the likeness comes in.
Right.
When he has the full beard, no way.
Right.
Because he grows a great beard. I couldn't grow a beard like that ever.
I've grown a beard. She hates when she hates when I.
It's awful.
Well, in this, let me say good morning to Nick Willard in the Facebook Live room, who's
Morning,
listening.
Nick.
Who's listening to the morning show on his way to work, fully clothed, by the way.
Thank you.
And yeah,
He looks like the Gordon's fisherman lost his job when he grows his beard.
Well, that's why I grew
unkempt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I get it.
Like he's not getting paid to do those commercials anymore.
No.
Well, it was the reason I did it for 1 month, because Nick, when he was the chief of police, he would do that beards for bucks thing.
Right.
And it was 1 month of not shaving. He would let all his officers, and it was to raise money for child advocacy, I believe.
So you did this in conjunction with that event?
Yes.
Oh, that was a good thing to do.
I did.
Yeah.
And it was towards the end of it.
Painful.
You really thought it was awful.
Yeah.
Do we have
You-
pictures?
He didn't keep it well. He didn't keep
well,
it nice.
Well, the first time I did it, I've only let my facial hair grow out twice in my life, like really get to the point, just to freak everybody out.
And it usually does.
And
the
first
time he was going through this weird phase where he grew this beard and he had this hat that he bought at Five Below that he wore every day, all the time, and it was one of the ones with tassels.
Oh, jeez.
It was this red hat that was knit, and it had, I think, skulls on it, and it
Whoa.
had tassels, and he would
You were going
not
through- you were
take
going
that
through
thing
something.
off. He was going through something.
I love that. In the
And he had a beard, and he had, at the time, had gained a little bit of weight. So he wasn't looking too good.
Plumpy Peter.
Yeah.
well, I don't know. It was, but I remember having it, and then I didn't know how to take care of a beard then.
No.
It started to smell,
difficult.
Daryl.
Well, there you go. You got to wash it.
Well, I did wash it, but I don't know. The thing stunk. It was like things were living in it, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, when my boyfriend grows a beard, he's only done it a couple times. He doesn't like it, but I do. And
That's odd that you like it and he doesn't.
yeah, he hates it.
Why does he grow it?
For
you?
me. Yeah.
I knew that.
Because I like it. And he always says, he's like, I don't know what to do with it. And he's like, it smells weird. He's like, there might be a bird living in it or something.
That's how I felt.
Well,
Yeah.
the previous day's meal.
Yeah. I mean, I never thought it was bad. I mean, if it was nasty, I would have told him.
Yeah.
But he's just not used to it. I mean,
Self-perception.
his entire life, he had never had a beard until he met me. And then he didn't even know he could grow one.
Really?
Yeah. He grows a nice one, though.
Yeah, I didn't know. It took me years because I had just like this, like if I did it when I was younger, even when I was say 20 years old, it would be all puffy and light, and it was just weird.
It grows better with age. In
Yeah.
other words,
Well,
when
now
you're a
it's
young
just
person,
white.
it's difficult.
Yeah, my beard tends to get. I have a lot of white in my beard now.
Well, that's you.
It was when the first time you had one, though, it was like too many colors. It was brown,
Right.
it was red, it was gray. It was a lot of colors.
Brown.
That's like colored beard. You got to love it.
It was a calico beard.
Yes,
Yeah.
it had spots.
Yeah.
It had spots.
Like a tiger. Yeah.
You were almost waiting for it to get up and
Tiger
walk
stripes.
away.
Yeah.
But it didn't.
It looked like he just put a bunch of different people's hair on his face.
Yeah, so the second time I did it for Nick's Beards for Bucks thing, I lasted the whole 30 days. So, and I'm telling you, there was a few weeks where it didn't look too good, and it was, but I thought it looked good because I was taking care of this one. I did trim it down a little bit,
Yeah.
and I
Did you do it yourself?
the other one was full boat beard. I just didn't shave,
Awful.
so I didn't shape it. I didn't do anything. Second time, I was a little more, I was a little more. What's the word I'm looking for? I took care of it.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
it was
right.
groomed.
Maintained.
Right, it was.
It was all right. But then he sends me this picture when he's getting rid of it of him with a mustache that goes all the way down here.
Fu Manchu.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
was like,
We call that
Was that
a-
scary?
I was like, I deleted the picture. I was like,
Why?
I don't want to see it.
We all
It's
know it as
awful.
a porn stash.
Yeah.
And it was just this. I'm like, I might as well have some fun with this.
Absolutely.
Right? So I just let it. I mean, and it scared me too, to be honest with you, Daryl.
You know who you look like in that picture? I don't know if you know who this is, but the guy from Super Size Me,
Oh, really?
Morgan Spurlock.
Oh, I know that guy.
You looked like him in that picture.
I didn't
Because
know.
he has a mustache like that, or did in that movie. That movie came out so
Right,
many years
right,
ago.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
did you see that they debunked that movie? It's not even.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I
Yeah.
didn't either.
They fudged the data in the movie. But anyway, that's not
I haven't
relevant.
been to McDonald's in years.
Oh, sometimes when I have a couple drinks.
McDonald's is good.
It's only at a weak moment, though.
Oh,
You
no,
don't do it
Daryl.
normally.
Well, this is
you
what
know?
happens. If you're
when
on,
I have a couple drinks and I can just plug in my phone and McDonald's is coming to my door,
right.
then
Oh, you get it delivered?
I get it delivered.
Cut it out.
Yeah, you can do
They
that. You
do
can do
that?
that now.
Yeah.
Cut
Well,
it
you
out.
don't call McDonald's. It's like Uber Eats.
Uber
They-
Eats.
Yeah.
Right.
And McDonald's, like, I wouldn't because it's a sketchy part of South Willow Street, but I could walk to that McDonald's from my house.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
you
walk right by Savers.
Yeah, no thanks. Not at night. No, thank you.
No.
I walk that way during the day when it's light outside. But
Okay.
if it's at nighttime, nah.
It's got to be light.
No way. But yeah, I Uber Eats McDonald's, but now they have this thing at Wendy's, which satisfies my cravings when I have too many drinks. Is you can get it for $5. You
Chip
can
off
get
the old block.
for $5. You can get a cheeseburger with bacon, 4 chicken nuggets, French fries, and a Diet Coke.
It's
I
the 4
just
for
bought
4
it.
deal.
No, it's called a biggie bag.
Biggie bag. I just bought it.
Yeah, Daryl knows what's up.
You did. You bought it?
It's
I
the
bought it.
perfect little taste of everything.
You know, I'll tell you how I ate it. Okay.
All right.
I took the 4 chicken, whatever they are,
Chicken nuggets.
chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
Those I set aside for the following day. I took this is the sick puppy that I am. I took the top bun.
You saved
off
some
the
for the
burger.
next day?
No.
Oh, to put in my
Daryl.
salad. To put in my salad. Oh, absolutely. This is sick.
It is sick, kind of.
So I take the top part of the roll off, toss it, lose the bacon, and I eat half the fries and the rest of the burger.
And did you eat the
On
other
day
half?
one.
So day 2.
Day 2, I put the chicken nuggets in a salad.
Okay.
So if
This is a very regimented
If-
thing.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
it's crazy,
If-
man.
if Daryl ever murdered somebody and they asked me, were there any signs that he was a murderer? And I'd be like, well, there was this one thing about what he did with his Wendy's when he ordered it.
Right. It's very strange.
Too weird. That's like, I always tell Nick LaValle, the
Yeah.
way he cuts his pancakes makes me think that he could be a serial killer.
Really?
It is
Really?
so weird. Okay, so
Does
the
he
way
cut them all? Does he cut? Okay, tell us how he cuts
Okay,
them.
so the way Nick cuts his pancakes, and he's made a video of this because I always make fun of it.
He made a video.
We used to go out to breakfast almost every week, and so I got used to his pancake cutting. But he folds it in half again, covers it in syrup while it's folded, and then just cuts and
Oh.
cuts, and then it all falls apart into
massive
a bunch of
amounts
bites.
of syrup.
No,
No?
not a lot.
Okay.
No, but I know
Okay,
what you're
good.
saying. He
But then
tear-
it like explodes and like falls apart in all these little bites.
yeah, he tears it apart. He does it all at once.
All
he
at
doesn't.
once.
He doesn't cut
folds
it.
in half, folds it in half, and then
He doesn't take a bite.
I can see why
he
he
doesn't
deleted
cut
the
it.
picture.
He doesn't cut it and take a bite. He cuts it all out.
All of it.
oh yeah, it's weird, and it's just the way he folds it is
Right,
so
right,
strange to me.
To me, when you do that, that increases the likelihood that the meal would get cold fast.
Right, and I don't like that.
I don't want to do that.
I also just, I mean, I like a lot of syrup on my pancakes, but
Me too.
I think if you fold it like that, you're gonna have bites that don't get properly syruped.
And you need the syrup.
You do. Every bite needs to have the right amount of syrup.
I agree. In the taco tour, there was a restaurant that actually there was a few breakfast tacos out there.
Oh, you sampled some?
Yeah. I sure did.
All of them.
I was a.
All of them.
I don't mean I was. I judged, but some of them were pancakes, and I'm not going to say where it was, but one was a pancake with a sausage in it, and it had a little, butter. Well, the butter had melted into it by that point or whatever. But it was okay.
Any syrup?
Yeah, but it needed more. I think.
Of course.
That was kind of what did it for me.
That's kind of an odd taco.
Right. I think did they announce the winner yet of the taco tour?
I haven't heard it.
Okay.
I did.
You did? Well, yeah, I gave you a heads up.
So you're not allowed to announce it?
Well,
I don't know.
They said I could on Monday, I believe, but I just want to make sure.
I think like a pancake taco would be really good with some vanilla ice cream and then maple syrup on top.
Right.
That's called the virtual bomb.
Yeah.
That sounds really
Oh, but if you have vanilla ice cream, you don't have anything to put on it, maple syrup is so good. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love
I
maple.
used to do that.
It's so good. I used to have this ice cream that had like, it was like a praline type of ice cream. It had like the little crunchy little caramel pieces in it.
Yeah.
Sounds like baklava ice cream.
And I would put a little bit of maple syrup drizzled on it.
I bet that does sound good.
Yeah.
Sounds really good.
That sounds fantastic. Why don't we take a quick little break? We'll come back and wrap it up for you on a Tuesday morning right here on the right here on the radio, baby.
You're listening to Peter White. Call us at 250-6007. It's the morning show.
It's Morning in Manchester on WMNH.
Yes, we are back here this morning. Happy Tuesday. Tomorrow's hump day, guys.
Hump the thump.
All right.
Yeah. Speaking of humps, I have a story to tell.
You do?
I do.
A story about humps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You've already heard it, but I got to get it out there.
Get it out there.
I'm glad that I've been playing it cool. Like when I was there, I was playing it cool, but now I'm
Wait
like,
a second.
What?
Okay. I know. I'm getting myself comfortable for this story.
I'm telling everybody about it now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna warning if you haven't seen the most recent season of Orange is the New Black, I'm gonna have some spoilers, just to identify who this person is. But
so this is a spoiler alert for all you Orange is the New Black fans.
if you have not finished it yet, up to date, I'm gonna spoil it.
Okay.
So turn down your radio if you don't want it spoiled. So this past weekend, not this one that just happened, but the one before that, I went to New York City with my mom and my aunt, and it was my cousin's 3rd birthday party, and they live in the city.
Cool.
And we go to her birthday party, doing all kinds of family stuff. And we go to her birthday party that's at this event, or at this like event museum space or whatever. And her friend from school, my little Emma, who's 3, her friend from school, her dad is on Orange is the New Black.
Cut it out.
He is.
He's on the show?
He is C.O. Humps, the one who gets shot during the riot. And if you've seen the show, you'll know who he is. He's in 2 seasons of the show.
Wow.
And I talked to him for like a half an hour.
Really?
I'm sure you did.
It was, and I was just cool. We didn't talk about the show at all. I was just like, oh
Just
yeah,
in general stuff?
just general conversation. Just got to know him.
Very cool.
Just
I
fascinating.
I played with his little daughter. Like, they were all making crafts, and I was like helping her with her craft. And
Is he still on the show?
no, he died.
They killed him on the show?
Yeah,
Yes.
he got shot and he died.
Okay.
But his name was Humps on the show, so that's why but it was
Really cool. It's a
was
great
cool.
story.
Yeah.
I
It was
love that.
fun. But
better
that was
get-
cool. It's just like I've met celebrities before in New York, quite a few, but never like just casually hanging out, like
having a
Right.
conversation.
having a conversation at a child's birthday party. It's just so weird.
Right.
It's that they live such a different life there that they're like,
Well, because then you
very cool.
realize some of these entertainers are just human beings like you and me.
No doubt about it.
You know what I mean? They live.
They just
do
make a lot more
They
money.
do regular
Yeah.
lives. This guy is obviously taking his kid to a birthday party.
Yeah.
It's just.
And he
as
was
we
telling
would.
me that he has been to New Hampshire before.
Really?
Because he was like, well, where are you guys from? And we're like, oh, we're from New Hampshire.
New
Like, oh, I've
Hampshire.
actually been to Meredith, blah, 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 blah. But it was just so cool to like be talking to him and then like seeing him on TV. Like I went home and I didn't watch a bunch, but I watched like one of the episodes he was in because I was like, it's kind of cool.
Absolutely. I know that guy.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
I just talked to that guy. That's crazy.
Have you ever met a celebrity, someone very famous?
I have, but maybe not famous to the, the whole humankind. What year was it? It was early 90s. we were coming back from South Bend, Indiana, and we stopped in Toledo, Ohio. And at that at the hotel was Mark Fidrich.
Okay.
Does anyone recognize that name?
No. What did he do?
He played baseball for the Detroit Tigers back in the 70s. They called them the Bird.
Oh, really?
The Bird, Mark Fidrich. He had I think one excellent year. So I'm standing there and I recognize the guy because I'm a big baseball fan, and he's kind of tall. And he was just at a book signing or a baseball signing. You know how they do the autograph
the
thing.
cards and stuff.
That was
yeah.
Big. So he's there, and I'm I says, hey, how you doing? Blah blah blah. So he's looking at me kind of strange.
Yeah.
I didn't ask him for an autograph, which
Okay.
is why he didn't. He looked at me strange. Never asked
Were
him
you
for an autograph.
starstruck? Were you
No.
starstruck?
No,
No.
no. I was an adult.
I was an adult when I met MCA from the Beastie Boys. But I was starstruck.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know what to say. I just wanted to be a regular dude, but I was like, oh
Hard
my
to
God.
be regular because you was.
Because
Oh my
it's just
God.
one of my guys.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Meeting Jason Mraz, I was surprisingly not. I was cool when I talked to him at the show, but when I actually met him after the show the past November, I actually was pretty cool. I think it was because for that hour I was talking to his percussionist, who is it used to be his partner. They used to just tour just the two of them, and I talked to him for an hour and heard all these stories.
Yeah,
and
that's
I
cool.
talked to Jason's dad for a while. So I was kind of desensitized to how cool everything was.
Right.
So
right.
when Jason came out, I was obviously excited, but I was just like, "Hey, Jason."
It's become normalized.
I was like, "Hey, Jason, I know you're tired or not feeling well, but do you mind if I just get a picture? It's so nice to meet you." And he was like, "Yeah, no problem. It's cool." So that was cool. I've met Candace Bergen. I've met
In New York?
yeah. I've met. Well, I used to work in politics, so I've met Obama, Bill Clinton,
Right.
Hillary, all of that. I was in Hillary's announcement video when she was running for
Okay.
president.
Okay.
Who else? I was on Good Morning America when I was a kid.
Oh, that's great. I remember watching
that's
that.
a big one.
I met all them.
Well, I get a call and says, hey, me and Mom are in Times Square at Good Morning America, and I'm tasting some sort of drinks.
Lemonade.
It was like a lemonade stand they had outside in Times Square.
And they were like, "Hey, you want to be in the segment?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Great. There's a great
How
picture.
old were you?
It was 2007, so I was 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's a picture floating around out there on the internet of her with Diane Sawyer.
Yeah, it's on Dad's Facebook. We'll post it on the morning show page later.
Right. I've also met Ed Begley Jr.
I know that guy.
Right. He was on St. Elsewhere.
Right.
He's been
I
on
remember his dad.
many, many things. Ed Begley Jr. I met when I was married, and my wife at the time, her brother was graduating from college, so we went down to the graduation, and we had he was a speaker at that graduation, but we went to a special thing after the graduation where he was there walking around.
Cool.
So there's a picture out there of us and Ed Begley Jr. And it was interesting. It was really interesting to see him. And I guess other than MCA, the biggest star that I have met, this is way back during the last primary right here, was Ted Danson.
Oh, right, right.
Yeah.
That was something, man.
That had to be cool.
That's cool.
It really, really was. And then I put a picture of me and Ted up on the up on my Facebook, and everyone's like, "Oh, is that your dad?
Yeah.
Is that you?" Because we both have the glasses on,
Yeah.
Right.
And but it was surreal.
Yeah, that's cool.
Didn't feel bad. And
But I guess the key to meeting celebrities is Chris. Because you met Ed Begley Jr. and I met this guy from Orange is the New Black.
there you go.
I've met all the celebrities in New York because of my uncle.
Right, and I've also met George Stephanopoulos. He was
I
trying
met
to
him.
he was trying to sneak in the elevator at the the hotel down here, and I said, "Hey, George," and he gave me a little look, and we took a quick picture together.
Cool.
And that was it.
Yeah. I ate breakfast next to Chris Matthews last time the primary was around.
Now I think I have a beef with Chris Matthews.
Why?
Well, during the primary that time, which is such a great time in this city because all eyes are on the
Manchester.
city here.
Yep.
And
Which is so cool.
And yeah, so after everything was done, back then it was me and Joel's debut on the radio. We were on Radio Row, but after it was all said and done, we were off the air. I went downstairs just to walk around and explore, and I went down to the restaurant down there because there was some TV thing set up
The
there.
heavy hitters.
And Chris Matthews was sitting there. I remember sitting at the corner of the bar, and I knew I had a good seat. You know what I mean? And I was looking over, and like Chris Matthews is staring at me. And I don't know if he has I don't know. He just looked like he was mad as hell.
Well, you weren't talking to him.
I wasn't even talking to him, but he was looking at me. I'm like, why is Chris Matthews staring at me?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I still don't know.
Oh.
I
don't think you have beef with
Was
me.
it prolonged? Or
It
just
seemed
brief?
like it. It seemed like it.
Maybe he wasn't even looking at you.
Maybe he
Maybe
thought he
you're
knew
right.
you.
Well, maybe I doubt it.
Yeah.
I don't
I mean,
think
you're
Chris
on the
Matthews
radio.
is out listening to WMNH right now.
Maybe not.
But
Yeah, he's in the Facebook Live room right now.
but I honestly I had such a great time during that thing, and I remember sitting at that on that bar stool because I just knew it was prime real estate because
yeah.
it was filling up. There's a lot of people that come into town for the primary.
It's an event.
And it was amazing, but I remember my mom calling me the next morning saying, "Oh, how many beers did you have last night?" She watched me for 4 hours on MSNBC because their studio was in the back of where we were. So I was right at I was a tiny little blur, but she knew what I had on, my sweater and everything. And yeah, so I just stayed there. So
So you on
course she did.
MSNBC.
you could see me at the, having a couple of beers, watching all the craziness going on
The
around
people
me.
watching is great.
Oh, it was fantastic.
Yeah. And the celebs are there.
You're right. Angela Philbrook, we got to mention this. She met James Brown at Friendly's on South Willow Street in the late 80s.
James Brown?
Right.
I mean,
the
James
Godfather,
Brown,
the
Godfather
Godfather
rock and
of
roll?
soul.
Of soul. Right.
Right?
I don't know who that is.
You know who James Brown is.
No.
James Brown
I
is
feel good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know that song.
Yeah.
I knew that I would.
Okay. I know that song.
Just a brief.
Okay. Yeah. That was great. I love that. That was great.
Yeah, so James Brown, that's a good one.
That's a beauty.
Stephen Philbrook met Meatloaf at a meet and greet at the Orpheum Theater. It was after the show. He was sweaty, and he was an emotional mess.
We met Kevin Bacon in New York.
Okay, now that's a good one.
That's an excellent one.
Yeah, in a Mexican restaurant. You guys are within 1 degree of Kevin Bacon because I met him.
Miriam,
Yeah.
our friend Miriam Banish says Michael Palin from Monty Python.
Monty Python fame.
She has an autograph.
No?
Cool.
She also has Malcolm McDowell wearing his Clockwork Orange shirt.
Oh.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I'm trying to
That's
look
very
at these.
Celebrity encounters are kind of cool.
Apparently, I haven't met anybody.
Pete Townsend. Miriam's met them all now. Pete
Wow.
Townsend from The Who.
The Who.
Very good. That's right. Hey, here's an update on the taco tour. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. The taco tour for the judges, which I was. Okay, this is the People's Choice winners. Firefly American Bistro got number 1. They got first runner up. Right? Hold on. Oh no, I'm seeing how she's doing this. Okay, yes, Firefly got the People's Choice Award. The first runner up was the Eurospot.
Mm-hmm.
Second runner up was the Bubba Noodle Bar.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It was a taco with noodles.
For People's Choice.
That was for People's Choice.
Judge's Choice.
Judge's Choice. Let me see here. I know it's in here. Judge's Choice, the winner, and this is what I voted for, and all of us judges agreed on, Kasaki Japanese cuisine.
Wow.
They had a great taco.
I love
What was
it?
Kasaki.
It had a crunchiness to it. It would, there was like a seaweed type wrap. It was flavored delicious. It was a party in your mouth. It really was. It was very good. Let's see, the Judge's Choice. So that was Kasaki Japanese cuisine right over there on Lake Ave in Elm Street. And then you had their first runner-up, Portland Pie Company.
Was it pizza taco?
It wasn't. I don't think so. I believe it had some sort of waffleness to it, or
Really? That's different.
I think so. I'm not. I'm having a hard. I mean, I saw 80 something or 60 something tacos that night.
And how many did you eat?
I ate. I tried to. We did at least. One of us tasted one of these tacos. Towards the end, it was getting hard because we were, absolutely full. Felt sick.
Yeah.
So, but our last stop was the Courier Gallery of Art, by the way.
Oh, cool.
And so the judge, and let's see, number 3, second runner-up for let's see. People's Choice, Judge's Choice. Okay. Portland Pie number 2, and right across the street here, what a great dessert taco. It was the second runner-up was Baked Cafe and Bakery right down here on the corner.
I heard theirs was really good.
It was delicious. It was some ice creamness to it on a baked
They had some cheesecake in it too?
It was absolutely delicious.
Wow, sounds good.
It really was good. So congratulations to all the winners. And I got to give a big shout out to Sarah Beaudry and her team at In Town Manchester. What a great job pulling this off on their first year, actually, taking the task on of putting on the biggest event in downtown Manchester.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked very well.
It worked great. So,
I got to say, my one thing, I was there. I did not have any tacos. I just went to You saw me going into Margaritas. So I was like, I'm getting a table.
Zooming into Margaritas to get a drink.
Yeah. The only thing I would suggest for next year, if they're listening, my critique of the thing is have the lines go parallel with the street, not into the street. Keep the middle of the street clear for people walking, so you don't have to. So have the lines turn this way,
right?
Parallel
with the street.
Not have a bunch of lines go out into the middle of the street. Whether you can get barriers or something to have people.
I think there may be too many back-to-back restaurants to enable you to do that. In other words, there'd be too many parallel lines.
Yeah,
because
if they could figure something out to do it that way, would be a lot better, I think, because we just trying to get up Elm Street.
A little hard.
It was hard. You had to ask people to move, and or if you're gonna
just
have
knock them over,
if you're gonna have the lines go into the street, maybe have like some cones just for people to cross through. Say like stop here, then move up in the line. Just to have that flow of traffic walking around because it can get hectic.
Yeah. Did anybody have any early report as to the amount of people?
I'm not sure. It was. See, I was in the limo. I didn't get to get out there and mingle with everybody.
You were in the crowd.
I was not in the crowd. I was in the limo.
I think you would have liked that
with
better.
3 dudes that were really partying hard, and then the other 2 judges.
Yeah.
Which we took it very seriously. We didn't party really hard.
No.
We didn't really. Like it was an interesting evening.
Yeah, I just think, I think it's a great event. I just think, it can always be better.
Yeah, and I think typically when you do have events, when you do have the next one, you learn from your mistakes from the last one, and
next year the sun's coming out.
That's right.
I hope so.
Speaking again of celebrities that people have met, Nick LaVallee has said he met Scarlett Johansson.
Whoa.
He met Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
And Taco Tom.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Taco Tom.
Nick's met a lot of celebrities.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you know Taco Tom.
I do know Taco Tom.
I saw a picture of you and the former mayor, Mr. Gatzis.
Right, and Taco Tom. The reason I put that picture up, too, is because it's such a bizarre picture. You know what I mean? These 3 people you would never expect to, like, be hanging out and, like, taking a selfie together. I love taking selfies like that. There's one floating around out there right now of Nick Willard, myself, and John Clayton.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
I'm just surprised Nick didn't come in the Facebook Live room to answer for his pancake crimes.
Right.
I figured he would have spoken up on that.
Well, Nick's going to be coming into the show a little bit more in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. What else was I was just going to say something else and I totally forgot.
Because he went back to Nick's.
Selfie. So I was in Rockefeller Center when I was in New York, and I saw these 2 people taking a selfie, and I was walking by them, and I made the worst face. I can't wait for them to find it.
Really?
Yeah, I was just like, making.
While they were doing the selfie.
Yeah, right in the back. I was right there.
Good one.
Yeah.
You were right there.
Yeah, I was like, I can't wait till they see it, and they're like, it's gonna make their day.
Yeah.
All right, let's take this call, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is now on the phone, Mr. Nick LaVallee himself.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Morning show.
Good morning.
Hi, Nick.
Did Abigail bring up my pancake routine?
I did.
Yes. She said it's a strange. It's
kind like a serial killer.
I don't see an issue with it.
Really? Now, where did you learn to cut?
Did she describe it to you guys?
Yeah, she did. And I have a question for you. Where did you learn to cut pancakes?
It's just something I like to do. I like my pancakes chopped.
I know, but you
I like my pancakes chopped.
Now you fold it up first?
Twice.
Typically once or twice. Depends on the size. But yeah, once or twice.
Belmont is a double fold.
Right. And the consistency.
Yeah.
What's the consistency of syrup you like to use, Nick?
I use real maple syrup.
Okay.
Prefer real maple syrup.
All right.
I'm a New England dude, right?
That's
so
right.
We like real maple syrup. And yeah, I chop them up. I fold once or twice, depending on the size of the cake. And then I cut into pieces. And then I put the real maple syrup on. I don't like to use too much syrup, but I like an even consistency.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
He does some kind of like grid with the syrup too, just to make sure it's covered.
A grid.
Yeah, sort of. That's how I
So
would
every
describe
part is
it.
covered. There's a certain.
Yeah, I don't know what's weirder. The fact that I cut my pancakes up this way, or that Abigail knows the exact routine. Like who?
I've seen it so
stares
many
that
times.
intently?
I've seen it so many times that, and I remember you took a poll on Instagram, and I think the consensus was that it was weird.
The consent. It was split. It was
yeah.
about 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I guess I'll have to take a photo of it. Maybe we'll talk about it in a bit more detail next time I'm on the air, and we'll post
Yeah, maybe
the photo.
you know what? Maybe we won't even have to do the photo. I'll bring some pancakes in. We'll go get some pancakes, and you can do it on the air.
All right.
I like it. All right. Well, we will see you soon. I hope. I will contact you.
Absolutely. Let's lock down the day.
Let's lock it down.
Mm.
All right, Nick. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful
All right, you
day.
guys
Thanks
have
for calling.
You have a great day.
You have a great day. All right. What a morning today. It was kind of a nice, chilled out morning. Is it? I don't know. Is it getting cloudy outside?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, well.
It was so nice when I came in here.
Right.
This is where dreams go to die.
Now, you're saying the morning shows, that's where dreams go to die?
The studio is, yeah.
Oh, please.
Yeah. I came in here feeling good. Now I'm ready
And
to
now
go back
you
to
don't
bed.
feel that great. Hey, Kevin Fox D'Amata says he met Drew Barrymore at OK Parker's, which OK Parker's was a bar that was right there on Hanover Street, kind of across from the Palace Theater. And it was a little place. They had pinball machines. They had it was an interesting place. And yeah, Drew Barrymore was in town. I think she was actually might have been doing something with Adam Sandler. The reason she was here was because of Adam Sandler. But I could be wrong. But I remember hearing that Drew Barrymore was at OK Parker's.
Iconic.
Right. Well, that's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, that is cool.
You know what I mean? And I believe, let's see, there was another one out there. Now Brian Jalbert at the Taco Tour saw Taco Tom. So Taco Tom is out there.
He's out there.
Now, but
Who is Taco Tom?
Taco Tom has been working at Taco Bell on South Willow Street since its inception.
Really?
Yes, and he's a superstar.
I've never been in there.
Well, you're going to have
I've
to
ordered from
Didn't they
there.
revamp it recently?
Yeah.
Yeah, but someone says since they've revamped it, Taco Tom is not there.
Whoa.
He's tired because he built the place from the ground up.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's been years though. It's been years and years. When I see Tom, we talk.
You taco?
We taco a lot. No, but we do talk, and I've asked him to be on the show. I'm not sure he's a morning guy.
Okay.
But I know he enjoys having a beer once in a while.
It's not a bad thing.
He's a really great guy.
That's good.
If you get to know him. But anyway, so Brian Jalbert saw him at the Taco Tour, and he almost was going to ask him to take a selfie. And I'm going to tell you, Brian, the next time you run into Taco Tom, don't be afraid. He is a fantastic guy. He would love to do that for you. He likes being recognized. He enjoys being Taco Tom.
Cool.
So you don't have to worry out there. You want a selfie with Taco Tom? Just ask him. I'm sure he'll do it.
Wow.
Yeah. All
That's
right.
good.
Now, Angela Philbrook knows everything about everything. She is she's saying he retired. He retired.
Taco Tom?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Is that true? Anybody? Can anyone else confirm this? How do you know, Angela? What, is he retired?
You just saw him in Florida, right?
No, I know. No, I didn't really see.
Okay.
I didn't really see Mayor Gatsis and Taco Tom in Florida. I put that picture up when I was in Florida, but that was taken over. That picture was actually taken out of one of the MAGA Paloozas.
Oh, okay.
So,
you fooled me.
What a fraud.
definitely fooled
Well,
me.
it was a joke because I said, "Oh, we're having a great time on vacation." Like I was hanging out. We went on vacation. Taco
What a
Tom
fraud.
and please, you don't get the joke.
Gosh.
Should I put my desk out in the hallway?
Yes.
No.
I feel like that'd be a little more complicated.
All right.
Slightly.
Angela confirms it again. She says she spoke with the manager over there.
Oh.
So,
Nick says the same.
So congratulations, Taco Tom, on your
Retirement. I love it.
I do
What
too.
a happy ending for Taco Tom.
That's right.
But it's not the end. His life is just beginning.
It is.
Yeah.
So if you see Taco Tom, you say hello. You tell him Peter White's asking about him, and because he'll forever be known as Taco Tom.
Taco Tom.
Yeah. I mean, he has the perfect name to be Taco, like have a taco with it. Because he won't be like, oh, a Taco Gary.
Right.
Doesn't
Exactly.
work. Doesn't work. Got to be Taco Tom.
When the mall in New Hampshire first opened, there used to be in the food court. This is going back to 1977, 1978. There was a place in the mall, New Hampshire, in the food court called Paco's Tacos, and it was I never did it. I was little. You know what I mean? I was 8 years old.
I think I remember it.
But there was Paco's Tacos. It was one of the first restaurants in the food court.
Huh.
My mom was telling me, speaking of the old food court, that one of her favorite meals ever was from the Ground Round. And I think it was like nachos or burrito or something. I think it was a burrito that she loved from the Ground Round.
Wow.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's funny.
That's a place where you could throw your peanut shells on the ground, right?
but not at that Ground Round.
Not going to the mall.
There's two Ground Rounds that were here in Manchester. There's the one from the 1970s that was here at 1000 Elm Street.
Okay.
On the side by Spring Street.
Yes.
That's the one that with the peanuts and stuff. When it came out in the mall, which I'm going to put a date on it of 1990, 1991, 1992, somewhere in there, the Ground Round came to the mall in New Hampshire. It took over the other restaurant that was there for many years called Memory Lane.
Right.
Do you remember Memory Lane at the mall in New Hampshire?
Yeah, it's where Men's Warehouse is now.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember the Ground Round being when I was a kid.
I spent a lot of time at that particular Ground Round. I mean, I will say I was a regular there.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I don't know why, because it was a great place to people watch. It was at that particular place. There was a good place to watch a game. The lounge area, bar area was separate from the restaurant area. So it was awesome. Cool. And it was in the mall. You know what I mean? Back then, the mall was still a very busy place.
I remember
it was still new.
I remember the Ground Round Hound was their mascot for the kids. Ground Round Hound.
But I was a little boy when the 1000 Elm Street Ground Round was on.
Right. So there was no peanut shells on the one at the mall.
No, there wasn't.
Okay.
False.
All righty. We're going to say goodbye to everyone in our Facebook Live room. Thanks for tuning in this morning. I really appreciate